Hi guys, this is a preamble to the live trading we did today. I thought I'd have a little quick preamble because people generally don't believe what we do and the results that we made. Today you will see that we've made over 18% today, and I'm not including all the trades that we did. Time now is 7:30 on the evening. We finished trading at 5, did the morning session, which hopefully you all were in and watched it, and we did all the setups for the afternoon. A quick heads up, did 8.8 on the footsie, and 3.9% of those, or 390%, was all the puts that we did. We did those live, everyone saw it. Everything's recorded live, as you know. We did gold. We made 0.5% on stop to entry on gold, and then did 7.7% as well. We traded the news live as well, and of the US news, USD Swissy, we made at least 1% on there, and we've got a running swing trade on that. Didn't include, what didn't I include? Pound Japani, cable, or S&P. But I think what we've done is enough to let you know that this is a real trading room. We are professionals in what we do, and we teach people to extract money out of the markets. What you're going to see is a quick flip of all the screenshots of trades we did this afternoon, if you were only in the live session this morning, just to give you a flavour. And I've put in a video completely uncut, so you can listen to all my I can't say, I won't swear on YouTube, but you can listen to me as a trader, what I do, my approach, and everything that's involved. There's lots of different strategies, all of them winners. They're all recorded, so it's not something I'm claiming that I can't back up. If you are serious about trading, watch the video to the very end. You will learn. If you're not a consistent trader and you're not making money in the market, this one video will change your life as a trader. Watch it to the end, save it, download it, make sure you keep looking at it. This is just one day in the life of hardcore day trading. We do this every single day and rip money out the market. So without further ado, I'll get off. We'll put the quick screenshots in. It'll only take about 20 seconds of all the actual trades you did this afternoon. And then the uncut version of how to day trade with all the different strategies, all explained, all executed in front of you. So hopefully enjoy. And a little bit of feedback would be nice in the comments, whether you thought it was too fast, too quick, just right, or you enjoyed it or otherwise, but please do. I'm quite interested to see what the general public think. It's a private trading room, as you know, and I know what my traders think. I'll be interested to see what you think as well. Cheers. Bye-bye. Right, morning guys. Sorry, I was reading news and trying to stop everyone sending me text messages and Slack messages while we're trying to do the analysis. Don't know how many times I have to say, please don't message me between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. Anyway, I'll stop the waffle. Right, okie doke. Let's get running. I've got a few more people on board today, just having a little look in the room, seeing what we do on a daily basis. And yeah, so welcome and have a look. by all means on what we do. Everything's recorded, so you can have a little look. We record all our trades that we do live. Right, so let's have a quick scamper around. Quite interesting, really. Looking at American markets, they've had the best market month since June 2002. So yeah, quite interesting. Markets really running up. But to get back to the basics, ATR today on the footsie is 9.8, coming up nicely. A bit of volatility into the footsie going up, but volatility into the S&P, although the volatility index is sort of coming up. Well, it isn't. It's actually sideways. Because we measure that on a daily basis, but it's pretty flat, really. ATR 6.9, Nasdaq 23. Yesterday, the Dow, Dow was really on a rip yesterday. 1.47% up, S&P just up a third, Nasdaq up a quarter, while Asia Pacific markets quite flat in the Nikkei, really. Down 0.17, Hang Seng again 0.5%, and the ASX 0.22. Odd day yesterday, EOM day, end of the month, and things. We'll have a little scamper into the markets. We sat yesterday and had a little look. We'll go over what happened, but if you look at the DAX, it rose 62. So I'll quickly. What time have we got? I've got loads of time. DAX, let's put the DAX on. The DAX, we sat yesterday waiting for the trade, and it wasn't good enough, but the stop was here, a 62 pip trailing stop, and unfortunately it didn't do what we wanted to do in the time we needed to actually do it. The pull down didn't happen until 10 o'clock, and then it obviously triggered. But that's not good enough. It has to go between 9 and half past. But as you can see, you would have got a 1-to-1. BBO 1 as well. BBO today is absolutely definitely long out of the trap today on the DAX. The DAX is set to go long, and we want to buy that a bit lower down. We also waited for the Dow. Where's the Dow? Wall Street. Let's just type that in. Hang on a second. Wall Street. Well, we sat on Wall Street watching, didn't we? And it just went on a rip to the top side. There was no opportunity, as you know. We wanted a 1 minute reversal. Nothing happened. And then the market went off, and I took a cheeky post-cash settlement trade. The market started coming down, only got about 11 pips out of it, stopped at entry, then gets stopped out for no loss, no gain. And then it then scampered away and went up to these dizzy heights up here. Nasdaq, meanwhile, not so good. We'll have a review of the Nasdaq, and we'll have a review of USD Japani as well. I want to review Oz USD, mainly for next week. USD Japani today, though, could be on a short, depending what's happening with the Dixie. Now, let's get the Dixie up. Put this on. Right, so we've got a downward channel going on here. And as people know, yesterday I took a cheeky short on this. The dollar is weak, and it's going to be continued to be weak. We've got 16 days for Powell, for Fed's decision on interest rates, but Powell's speaking at 4 o'clock today, so that's going to really drive what's going to happen in direction. But as you can see, with interest rate decisions, the market was really positive coming up to yesterday. Now we're sort of still 95% positive. Interest rates are going to be held, but it is slightly coming down, and we've got a little bit of bullishness into the American markets, into the dollar, hence the Dixie is on its way up. But I think that'll be short-lived. I think it'll be short-lived. Got a quite wide stop. I don't expect anyone in the room to take this. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. kind of going for a really big target on a swing. So what we're going to do today into the footsie, well, it's first of the month, and as you know, as an FCA regulatory requirement for money to come into the market on the first of the month. However, the market has on the Asia Pacific has gone a rip to the top side, but I think if we break the long bias, I think if we saw which is the big round number 7,500, I would look for a break up to 75.12 today if we get that bias break, and immediately put some puts in for a short. It is Friday. No one's going to hold money over the weekend on a footsie, and it will sell off. We'll talk about that in the afternoon session. And I am going to host the 4 o'clock sell-off, where we just sit and talk shit and trade the market and make a lot of rupees into the close. So that if we stay 15% ATR above the close, let's get into the footsie. So what we're going to do, right, rounding up, right. That's looking a bit naked, isn't it? What's wrong? Ah, I've not got the frackers on. Never mind. So you can see where we are with the market. The market has pulled up. We've got a close here. So these are all the auto pivots that we put in there. I'll talk about those a bit later. For the people who aren't normal in the room. That's the wrong expression, isn't it? For people who aren't normally in the room would be better. I'll just put the frackers on. Right. Okay. So ideally, we would like to see the market pull down to the close and buy the market going long. It's the first of the month, so will that happen? Well, as it stands at the moment, looking at the pre-cash order flows, at the moment the bias is for 75.05. Out of the trap and a pull-up, which would be a breakout the high. So we can't ignore the first of the month. It would be nice to get the close, and we're in a horrible position this morning, opening up on the first of the month. We're so far away from the close, yet we know when it's going to come in the market. So for me, I think we have no choice but to do a regulatory trade, which will be a break out of the daily highs up here and 10 pips. So we'll do a 10-10. If we get the break up, and you've got to be fast, it's a 1% risk. We have about 30 seconds or so. It would be nice for this market, marking 1%, to be able to break, to come out. So I'm going to look at an 88 here. Hopefully we don't get it. Hopefully the market sees a bit of sense, gets a bit of value, drives the market down a bit towards the close, and then we'll do, I'll just put that in, we'll get fade of the fill. But it is the first of the month. We have to try this trade, a system trade. I really hope the market does come down, but the orders might still, we'll consider on-balance volume going up. We may well just get a push straight up into the top. So let's just wait. We're not going to short this market today, not yet anyway. The market needs to go up to find some weakness and then fail. I wouldn't be surprised actually if it does get a real wiggle on, and we could actually see the market, if it goes up to the top side very quickly, we could see 75.35 without a problem. But let's see. Because the order flows, absolute unbalanced volumes going in, we have a 70% chance of hitting 75.15. We've been tagged into the market. We've got a very tight stop. We've just got to try this. If we fail on here, then we will have a second bite at the cherry. But unfortunately, we're very high above the close, which is a pivot risk. The ideal position on the first of the month is to be trading below yesterday's close. But let's see if the institutions, normally they all start buying on the open, but the main body comes to the desk at 8:30. So if we do get this, it's kind of pushed through, and momentum, we may go sideways a little bit because we are on a daily high, and then it'll follow through in half an hour, but we can't ignore it. We've got to go for it. I switched off. We got the news this morning on the Swiss franc. Just for your heads up, is Bridget in the room? Yes. The new bot, the USD Swissy yesterday got some rupees and won, and I switched it off this morning, winning as well, which was quite nice, and turned it off for the news. But I will turn it back on again. Let's get into the 1 minute so it looks a bit sporty. Right. And I'll set that template up as well. So let's just see where we're going. Or let it do its thing. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, get a wiggle on. One thing I would have, the indie pickers are right. So Jeff has done the bot checker, and he's got, I think they've got USD Japani on the way down. On the Richter scale, USD is 6, Japanese yen is 2. So it's not brilliant just at the moment. Strongest currency with that strongest currency at the moment is the Canadian dollar. The weakest is the yen. USD Japani going down. USD Swissy, which is a favorite trade of Bridget's. I've not had a look at the news yet, so we really don't know what's happened on it. Let's just have a quick look at the economic calendar.
It's going down.
Right. Oh, the news. GDP has actually gone up. So we've got a weak dollar. So yeah, I would expect USD Swissy is on the down. So let's have a quick look on that news and a very quick scamper across and have a look. USD Swiss. Right, I'm just going to switch that. Bear with me 1 minute. I'll switch that bot on. Do you want us? What the heck's going on here? There we go. Get it on here. Let's get this on. Don't need to get rid of the tube. That's better. Let's have a look. Instruments. Where's me USD Swissy? Oh, there we are. There we are. Right. Let's turn it on. So as we modeled it, it returns roughly, wins about 73% of the time, returns roughly about 10% a month. That's on a model. We've put it on, it's worked twice and won twice. We don't have it on when the news is on. But yeah, this is with the no news. Well, everything will move this afternoon with Powell speaking. But at the moment, as you can see, USD Swissy is certainly down, and we'll get the bot to take the strain on that. Or there's an obvious structural break here, isn't there? On a 15-minute bar reversal under these fracks as well. It's not really in the trading plan. I was wanting to test the bot, but we'll put some alerts here. So this could be a 15-minute bar reverse. There is some structure here to break. It will be under the 9 ENA potentially. So we could come back to that. We could come back to that and have a little look. Let's just do we continue through? Let's just quickly go back to the footsie. That shouldn't be a problem, but we'll see. So we're halfway there. We're more than halfway there now. So as always, stop to entry, manage your risk. So we're looking for this just a touching through, give it a little tickle, bang, there's 1%. So there we are, 6 minutes for the first 1%. So that's nice, that'll do. Right, so one thing I want to look at now, being the contrarian that we are, this could easily break through. And what could we get here? With this, I can't see this going much higher, really. I've eat my words on that one. The way the markets move to the top side, I think we'll see if we get to C-ball. Let's go and have a look at some options. And one thing just to highlight to people: never chase a trade ever. That's the way to lose money. We hit a BRN now. Money is coming to market and will continue to do so. We've made our 1%. Don't get the green-eyed monster. Do not get greedy. You don't need to. If you really want to trade this, then you can go into a 1 minute fracker. At the moment, the 1 minute fracker here, as you know, it's on a breakaway, so there's nothing to see. And if you press the button and buy here, all you're doing is gambling, and you'll just be amongst the normal retail traders that just stab at the dark. Got a strategy, stick to it. Now, Camarilla breakout long, as you know, it's not a cam trade because we are trading above the 200 EMA. So one thing we've got to watch out for is always use the larger context. This would have been my target if I'd been trading on my own on a breakout, but we've got quite a few people in the room today, and we just want to get one. Key is, if you can get 1% a day, it's great. I know that we keep batting on, but it's really important. If we can train people to make 2% a week, which is easy. If you can make 2% a week, you'll learn about 160% bank a year. I know we do a little bit better here. We made 667% last year, but that's not normal, really. We trade very precise and very quick. And stop waffling, Steve. Get the options on. So options, footsie, puts. What can we get for the puts? So obviously, I did say 75 20s this morning at under 25, and look what we've got. We've got at 22 now. I know we made a killing out the weekly options on the footsie yesterday. Do you know what? Why interesting? IG have switched the options off all the way to 75.50, and they're not prepared to. They are not prepared to put a price on. I'm just thinking, can you see we've had our targets being whacked here, and looks like we're coming. Right, what I'm going to start to do now is build in here. I'm just going to go 1%. I'm going to build in here because I do have a sneaky suspicion that we will probably get to my 75.25. Looking at the pace of this, let's just can I put this out the way just a bit? Where could this actually run out of steam? In fact, we could see the bears come in here quite easily because of now the problem, right? The problem of putting, do you know what? I'm going to hang out for a hero on 75.30 and above for 25. So the problem we've got with the footsie, not so much a problem, is that we had the UK house pricing index expected to fall, and actually rose by 0.2. But a bit of a tick. Everyone knows that there's a lack of houses, etc., housing, so that's not no surprise. But the big thing really is APEC Plus, And although it did agree to cut output by 2 million barrels per day, it's not really what the market was really wanting. The cuts include Saudi Arabia and Russia, curbing the actual price. But producers have got till Q2 to start unwinding everything. So footsie is really oil driven. It is a little bit of decent news. People have been waiting. So the footsie is going to be quite on a rah-rah today. But we want to put a short on the footsie without a stop. And the way to do that is buying a put. And we want to get a put as cheap as possible. It's starting to come down nice, but we've got a bit of decent news on underlying house pricing. We've got a bit of support for the footsie with OPEC plus slightly cutting. We'll see oil starting to shoot up on that, but probably quite tentatively, but it will start to run up oil. If you're an oil trader, then oil's going to be on the way up. We'll have a look at that. Oil's on the way up, footsie's on the way up. So keep going, keep going. If you're a 1 minute fracker, his fingers in. Oh, Andy, hi Andy. Are you 1 minute fracking this?
No, I'm just looking at the call options on the footsie as well, because I think they were, I don't know, but they looked a bit out of sync.
Oh, let's have a look. Good call. Oh, I would stay away from calls for the simple reason is the market's had a real rush up first. We know what the footsie's like. When the energy levels come into the footsie, it does get a rah-rah on and then exhausts itself. What we want to do is, we've made our money going up. We want to do what we did Wednesday. Made our money going up in multiple occasions, and we threw a lot of puts at it, made the money down, and then shorted it. Yesterday, I recorded everything that we did on the footsie and how to get very aggressive. And at one point, we had nearly 8% risk, 8% going down with a 1% risk profile. Absolutely smashed it to bits using a 1 minute fracker. I think we could probably do that today because it's a Friday. When this one stops doing its rah-rah, I think that we could really have a good old smash the backside out of the footsie this afternoon. That might start at lunchtime, maybe after American market, or we've got a session this afternoon on the American market. But keep an eye on. Did I actually press the button there? Did I actually buy the options?
No, I don't think so.
No, well,
no, you didn't. No,
too busy waffling. I want to get those at 25. You know, I'm pedantic. I want the 25. Oh, we're not going to get them, are we? I wanted 75.20 this morning was the forecast. Come on. I think we're probably, I think 20, yeah, I'm going to get 20. As it comes. Oh, shit, what's that? I'd see your picker on, isn't it? Sorry, I'm just going to buy these. Just buy these now for replacement. Bought them at 24. The market is on a rah-rah. So for people in the room that don't know, this is an algo. We have tools that help us with our trading, and this one is an algo. We call it the Indie Picker. It monitors the market on a 1 hour, then goes in a 15-minute time frame. It writes in some Micronashi code. It then triggers on a fractal breakout. It then monitors reversal fractals for getting out. As soon as the market moves a couple of pips, it then triggers some AI. Well, it's all AI. It's a thinking bot, this one. And it then triggers an automatic response for breaking even. So just to let you know, anything with the gear wheels, the robot, we don't count robots as trades. because not everybody runs them. It's not fair to add in all the robot wins. All we do is that's out. All we do is track what we're going to do now. Do you know what? I'm really tempted to put a drop trade under C-ball, but we do need a tasty stop. Yeah, we're going to need a 30 pip stop on this, but it is a Friday. Just thinking, do you know what? I think I'm going to go for this. 35 and 35, guys. 35 and 35. Under C-ball. If you can do this faster than me, then please do. And we're going to, under camera breakout long, we're going to just see if we get a, that's it, 8. We'll just see if we can get a cheeky short. And we'll have a cheeky short into the close. Close that gap. It's 53, so we'll call that 54-ish. Come on, 54. If the market continues going up, then we're quite happy. What you've got to think about all the time is everybody else will see this. Everybody else is chasing this. And most people lose money in the market. So when everyone else is going up or haven't thought about it, we're going up. And when the market has coming up to an exhaustive count, then we should be thinking about the shorts or thinking about instruments to short. So bear with me 1 minute, just go quiet for a minute. I just need to put my trades on a different account. Hang on a second. Right. On this one. Hang on a second. What we're going to do in this now? Put 100 lots on. Stop up in all the way. Jump the carrot. There we go. Right, done. So let's get into the detail on this. So it's kind of run out of steam. I had this as going up to 75.25. Couldn't see any higher than that. What did it actually go to? Oh, 75.25. So it's come, this was the easy break if you're going to 1 minute bracket. The easy target. You can see now the market's starting to come on a bit of a roll. So most of the retail traders, we sat in the string best now, I'll try and admit it. I'll be wondering why they're losing money. But you can see C-ball took a little spike, not much to be, but look all these flat bottoms. What a this is an absolute classic. If this comes off, where the market runs straight through, the money's coming to the market, FCA regulatory requirement, boom, money in the market, and then it wouldn't be surprise me if they then reverse the money straight out the market. It's a regulatory requirement to do it, but it doesn't mean to say once they put it in, they can't take it straight back out again. That looks like what might be happening. But don't be surprised if this is not a phase wave trade, a phase wave. So markets always go in impulsive moves, wave 1, 2, 1, 2. And if this is the case and it's not a reversal, then we might see up to 35 area. But kind of, as I said before, hang me hat on 25, but we'll see. Let's do a fibble expansion and just see on that overall move. Good old Fibbo's not working again. Get the Fibbo. Do you hate it? Hate PRT when it does all this. I was wondering, I've got the wrong Fibbo on, that's why. I'm doing an expansion too. I'm going to do a retrace first. Let's do the retrace. I'm doing a bottom retrace rather than here. I'm just doing for cash markets. Now, what you'll see here, I'll just put these in just so you can see. If the market is very bullish, then you wouldn't expect the 38.2 fib to be broken. But what you would expect is if the market is bullish, but if people still want to buy this, then you would probably look for a market to start having to be driven down, having a hesitation around 60 and 61.8. But we do know we've got a closing gap. So we do know we've got a closing gap, and we do know the footsie loves to close its gaps. So on that basis, we've got a put option. Put options at 20. What were the put up? What do we get the put options at? Put options at 24. They're now 29. So happy days. We're in the money, going down as well, but you know, a long way to go yet in time. A long way to go. So kind of looking, I think, to get 300% out of the put option, but we'll see. Only time will tell. Only time will tell on that one. We're in on the short as well now. We're going for so we get 1% going up, and we're looking to get into the market going short by another 1.5% coming down. That'd be 2.5% with a put option, at least another 1 to 3%. So we could do all right. Especially, what would be the real perfect storm here? And I don't suppose this will happen because this would be writing a fairy tale. It'd be for it to come down and then buy the fade of the fill, and then bounce back up again. But if the market does come down towards 74.65, let's round this out so you can keep an eye on what's going on. If the market's coming down to 74.65, then I would take half profits on your put option, or just can your put option. By then you'd be 200% up anyway, and you'll be coming down for some more rupees on a win here as well, which would be quite nice. So the market's doing what we expected it to do, and well, it's another day in trading, really. We don't need to watch this. It's no good watching. It's no good watching you make money or lose money. It doesn't make any difference. The trade is the trade. You've committed to it. What we will do is we will look for this market coming down about 15 pips. Just get me ruler on there. 15 pips from where we are now. It's roughly around here. And you can actually see we've got the baby blues in here. That bit of resistance there will become support on the way down. Put it in blue. Blue's always weak, tentative support. When the market comes down to here, it might not yet, but when the market does come down to here, stop to entry, manage your risk. And as soon as it gets and breaks through this resistance, then you can get into 5-minute fractals and frack it, but not until that happens. We're trading above the 9 EMA. It could be pretty suicidal to try fracking this short now. The market's still early. It's 5 minutes to go before a lot of other people come to the desks, which means the market could continue going up. If the market continues going up, then we will put some more puts in. And so we're building the puts. Don't go all in, never throw a skip on options. It's too early in the morning to especially on the first of the month when we know we've got the FCA regulatory requirement, and we might get another impulsive move in 4 minutes. So, but when the market, if and when the market does come down here, then you need to stop to entry to cover that risk, and then we can switch into 5-minute fractals, and then we can frack it. Just to remind people, I write in where the long and short biases are in every day. So you can see we broke out, the market's clearly long. Let's just have a look at what happened with the DAX. Not trading the DAX today, with the European, all the different things on the calendar. Too much noise on the line. Swiss trade balance, obviously it's not part of the European Union, doesn't make any difference. The Spanish market's on one heck of a rip. We don't trade the Spanish market, but it's really pushing high. Swissy, we've got some more news out in a few minutes with Swiss. Wrong chart. Have a look at. We have manufacturing PMI out on the euro, 10 o'clock euro, and 11:30 you've got euro again. We've got Lagarde trying to talk the euro up again, which needs it because it's on its knees at the moment. So we don't really want to do anything on the DAX unless we come down to the close, and I'd be a buyer all day. Don't forget, it's Friday and it's the DAX, so make sure that you keep an eye out. 12 o'clock till 1 o'clock. If it starts putting in a bullish run, it will run and continue to run into 4:30, like it always does on a Friday, if we get the setup at between 12 and 1. These are the previous yesterday's these are last targets that were hit. Right, so we do need to come fade of the fill. It'll be the order of the day, coming down to the daily close, which is down here. Other than that, not interested. That's why it's not on the trading plan. We have got a long bias, of course, and a breakout of camera, a breakout long was a breakaway trade, of course. But buy, this is a zone to buy. Put an alarm in just in case that happens. It may happen in the afternoon session. I think we'll probably get a few rupees out of that in the afternoon session. And we'll see. So let's have a look at the other trades I said I was going to look at. Right, okay. We'll put that on. And what's this? Take a 15-minute structural break. I'll wait for a 15-minute bar. Right, a pound. Oh, right, okay. So we've got a fracker breakout here. Indecision bar. 15. This is the 15-minute bar to take. There. 7 seconds to go. Best measure this and do this now. So there's the break up. There's a fractal setting up there as well. 27. Round that down to 27, 28. Spreads 1. 30 pips. Just have a look and see how that fits. 30-30 in a larger picture. Will the 30-30 fit in there nicely? It's a structural breakup, which is nice as well. And there we are, there's a trade. We'll put that in and we'll leave that for, actually we can move the better than a 1-to-1. We can stick up into the shoulders, up into here. We'll round it up to 48 and that'll be fine. Structure with observations, of course. We are positive, and you can see on the targets that I've got, big targets. The market's come down to some resistance area here. We've got indecision running right across here. A little bit of Ikenashi bar starting to go a little bit green into the 1 hour. You can see the markets come down to the resistance levels. We've had a failure to launch at the moment here, and the market's come back. And on a 1 hour, it's if we get this break, this will be a structural break on a 1 hour into the 15-minute. Treat this in a few ways, either 5-minute fracket or 15-minute bar. 15-minute bar is the preferred morning entry, and you know, that's a 1-to-1 into that level. So what you can do is put your 1-to-1 measurement tool in, put your alert there, and once you get to roughly about this area, you can actually, we'll split the difference there, an alert there, which we could be aggressive with this today. We could, as soon as the market gets up to here, you can sell half of it, so you've insured that loss, insured against loss, so it's a completely free trade, and then you can move into a 5-minute structure like this, and just look for the fractal breakouts here, here, and here, and that will just repeat itself once this structure is broken, and we get the market moving on. So next one that we're on is here. So oh heck, it's a bit disappointing if this reverses from here. What's my target? 52. What did it come up to? 52.3. A wee bit different. Oh, always the case, isn't it? Missed it by 0.7 of a pip. Never mind, but we're going to make this risk-free, so we cannot lose. I'll just get rid of all these words. For the people that don't know, I put these on our Slack room. Where is it? Trades. So on here, in the morning, I put in what we're going to trade for the day, forecast what occurs, and we didn't trade officially yesterday apart from EOM trades, but we did lose some trades on some swings, and those lost. Today we said we're going to trade gold, cable, and pound Japani. We're going to look for first of the month, and we're going to trade the first of the month, and we did, and we won. And we're going to put some puts in, and we did that as well. And then we've got the BBO to trade, system trade. We've got a robot to do that for me, but there is a system trade there. We've got the midday Aussie USD. Would like to look at Aussie USD as well, because I think that's probably going to start getting a wiggle on with gold. Potentially we'll review gold. We've got the Dow Frac gap to do, and we'll do that live this afternoon. We've got the BBO on the NASDAQ, which it is long, but I think we'll have a review of that. But it looks like the NASDAQ to me is probably going to reverse and start coming down. And then we've got normal everyday system trades, cam trades, 5-minute fracs. So that's what we put in the morning. And then the results after the end of the day, we put our results in of what happened, trades that we did, including call options, and won a few trades, lost a few trades. We did the NASDAQ, Kiwi USD, took 0.75% out, STE stopped at entry, and then it got stopped out. We did some calls on the footsie for 1%, then we shorted the open for 1%, and then we did 2 trades into the calls for a further 2.6, making 4.16. We did some puts as well on the way down and smashed it. We took 0.75% on Jet, Just Eat. These are our Santa trades, we call them, every Christmas. The Just Eat and Greg's, we call that the pasty trade, go up every between November and January. And last year we made about 20% between November and January. Some of us made a little bit more. Today, this has been a little bit more difficult this year, and we did get stopped out. Then we did a trade on US 500 and got spanked on that. But in the morning, so we'll put this in the morning, and then I put the ideas on what we should be doing. on a graph. And then, oh, we'll look at gold, what happened. So in gold, I'll give a view of what's going on in gold. You can see the pendant formation we've got here. And if we break out of the descending line, we'll get a breakout in gold. If we break this supporting line, then we've got a target down here. And that's where I would buy gold again, down there. So you can see where we are with that on gold. So these are the things we put out on the morning, ideas on what's going on. I just heard then there was an alert, so I need to go and have a look at that alert. We got this is why we manage risk. We missed that. We missed a full 1% trade by 0.07 of a pip, which is a wee bit unfortunate, but that's trading for you. The key thing here always is manage your risk. If you can always, when you lose, don't lose anything, stop to entry or a stop plus a pip, then you'll do good. Because when you make money, when you lose, you don't lose any. And that's the key. We get these, they're a bit unfortunate. If it'd been trading this sat in front of the seat, then of course what you would have done, you'd have moved into a 1 minute bar scenario as the market come up and probably took your profits on a reverse here. That slightly irritating. 0.7, that's irritating, but never mind, that's the way it happens. You got, look at this pattern here, M for murder pattern, market coming down. Pound Japanese, you're just going to wait for the next entry now. This is just an impulsive move that didn't really run to my full stretch target. But if the market comes down, when the market comes down, we'll have a little look on the stock. So we look for behavioral patterns on the stock from pulling down. It can quite easily not pull all the way down, so we'll put an alert there just in case it comes halfway down, and then we'll have another tickle on that and see what we can do. That alert was the footsie. Let's get back to the footsie. What I tend to do for people who are not in the room, there we go, stop to entry on that. It come down, hit that target, and now we want to make this risk free. There we go, take that alert off. We don't need that alert now. So now we're in 0.5% down here. You could take 0.5% if you want. That's not a problem. Bank some money if you wish, or just bank a pip. We don't really need to get too excited about this. We've already made some money, so we don't need to get too excited. Put options are, we bought for 24 and the 34 now, so that's nice as well. So that's okay. We've got another alert going off. I set all these alerts in the morning, so we know what's going on. Triggered USD Swiss. Right, okay. So that means we should be looking at this for a trade. We're not bothered about this because we've already made the money. It's risk-free. If the market comes back up, then we'll just have another little go on fracking this. And it's now made the move. It will produce a 5-minute fractal here. That's where the fractal will draw. It will draw there. You can just see it's about to start. That's what will happen. Teach people how to read fractals before you write them in, so you don't need to actually have a tool. You can visualize them and spot them. But that's a fractal break. Look at this squeeze coming in, indecision. And if this breaks, then we will frack that down again. We'll add to the trade because it's risk-free. Let's go and have a look at Swissy. Swissy. Where are we with Swissy? US. Where's it gone? Right. There's a robot gone in. So robot's already done it, or already gone in short. So it's execute. It's when we modeled it, it does really good. Live, it's won 2 from 2. This is its 3rd trade. Did 2 yesterday. This is its 3rd trade today. And let's have a look. Are you trading this, Bridget? Is she there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to let the bot take this through, and it's not one that I really want to trade, but it's not because there's something wrong with it, because there is definitely nothing wrong with it. It's just something not in my trade plan. You can't trade everything at once. What you've got to do is match the assets that meet your personality. In other words, the way the market moves, every single FX has its own personality, and it's got its own personality for obvious reasons, because the people that trade it, people have personalities. The market is only a representation of what people do. And different cultures and different parts of Europe and Americas and all over, all have different attitudes and different views, and they support and like their own currencies. And that manifests itself in how the FX market works. And so, you need to choose a few. Maybe I would say you only need 2 or 3 pairs, and you can make a living out of on the FX. On the indices, you could just look at the footsie and the S&P if you want, or you could just use one asset and make a living out of it. But it all depends what you want to do. So we've had a bit of indecision here. It's probably because of all the Swissy news. But for the moment, this market is certainly on its way down on the 4-hour and the 1-hour. It's never breached any descending resistance lines, and you can see here we're potentially on a breakaway, but it's not really developed itself yet. The watch out, of course, is we've got confluence here setting up. You can just from here to here, this is a confluence area, confluence box, and if you're going to take a 15-minute bar reverse on this, reverse back into the trend, then you really need a bar with a body of 3 pips or more. Otherwise it's indecisive, and it's indecisive at the moment. The algo has decided everything's fine because it's got a lot more intelligence written into it, and it's decided it's absolutely fine, put an appropriate stop and target in, and it's going for it. So you never interrupt the algo. That has been modeled loads and loads of times, and what we do is trade what we see. At the moment, this is definitely a short. You can see here we're under the 9 EMA. If we can finish under the 9 EMA, that will give me a lot more confidence to actually trade that. And if we get a second 15-minute bar that's got a nice body on it, then that would be great to get on the way. If you are very bullish, bearish on this, then there we go. There's a 15. There's a frac there setting up here. Nice thing about this frac, it's breaking below, it's doing previous lows. So every time frame, you need to put into play your rules for management, and then that was if you are going to sit on a 6-minute time frame like this, it would be nice to have the 1 hour, the 15-minute, the 1 hour, and the 4 in your favor. Tick, it has. So you're going to make observations to get your confidence up, which is a lower coming in for lower lows, and this is coming in for a lower low here. And we've got double taps here, just slightly lower highs as well. So this market is starting to bleed to the downside, albeit very, very small. These are the things you, as a trader, you need to keep observing all the time. It's as you know, I don't subscribe to the what's happening on the daily, what's happening on the bloody 4 hour. Let's put a trade and sit in our asses for 2 or 3 days to see if it works. We're very, very precise in here. We have some very precise tools to be able to get in the market, extract the money and get out. While you're in the market, you're always at risk. So the smallest amount of time that you can get away with being in the market while managing your risk, the better. So we've got 3 taps down here. So this would be a break. Where are we here? Yeah, this would be a a fractal break here, stops. I kind of put it above this fracker here, and it's got a 2-pip spread. So you add 2 pips on, so that'd be 78, that'd be 8,750 plus 2, 52 for the spread, plus 1 in case you get a double tap. So that would be your actual trade if you were going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to let the bot do it. That would be your 1-to-1 risk reward. You know, what you want to do now is, now you've roughly calculated your 1-to-1. You want to see what is there in the way, really, of stopping points. In other words, can I make my 1-to-1 quite easily? Hell yes. It's well, it's I'm not going to say it's an easy trade. It's a trade, and it's a high probability fractal breakout. If you want to do that trade, you can. I suppose I could do it live here. Yeah, okay, we'll do it live here. 14, 1%, 93.92. There we go. And that's the trade. The bot's going to do it anyway, but that is the trade. You can see it's all right drawing the graphics, but when you actually measure it out, it's a little bit different. What we'll do is wait till that gets halfway, roughly. And then do a stop to entry, or just completely start fracking that. Right. The other thing we've not looked at, just have a quick squiz back at gold, at footsie, then we'll look at gold. So we've been stopped out for plus 1 pip. The opportunity there was for you to make an extra 0.5%. Not interested. I've got 1% in the bag. I want to make more, and we've got plenty of time to make more. But if you wanted to do your rupee collecting, then that's absolutely fine. The market did exactly what we expected it to. We expected the market to come down to here and then potentially reverse, and it did exactly what we said there. Can you see? Right, I called it at 74.92, and it come down to 74.92.2. So this is, you know, we want to help train people to understand where the market's going to go before it goes there, so you can take appropriate action. All about knowing how to trade a market, and using the right tools to be able to do that. Right, this is quite a deep retrace here. So this has come down to the Fibbo boys and girls, the 61.8% Fib. Now this is going to try and move back up again. I'm not interested in taking the profit on the puts. I'm not interested to do more. It's too early. If we can get some more puts in before 11 o'clock, and if the puts that I would be interested in are the 75.25 to 75.30s would be an ideal. If we can get those under 20, I'm just checking them on a different screen now. In fact, I'll do them in front of you. Let's have a look. Yeah, order open. So we've now been triggered on cable going long, so we're now long on cable. And what we've got here, 75.20. We've already got those at 25. So if I can get 75.30s, then that would be quite nice, and add to the pot, so we can do okay. Let's have a look. So at 75.30s should be okay. If we can get ourselves back up to these heady levels here, then that'd be fine. If you want to fractal trade, of course, please don't. My personal choice is I'm not bothered. We thought the market would come up here. It's coming back. Observations. So if you're a frac trader, this is a 1 minute fracker. I know Andy fracks 1 minute, but you can see here quite clearly is we've got the market off the 61%. So you've got to, when you trade in, you can't just mechanically press buttons. I guess you could, but you need a story on what's happening behind the trade. So you think, well, the Fibbo boys and girls are going to come down here, and people are going to take profit down at the Fibbo. The people down here are going to buy because it's a bullish market. We've got a break above the 9 EMA here, so there's a frac here, which is on the face of it. On any face of it is a screamer of a frac. The reason is we've broken the 9 EMA coming up. We've got the EMAs from 1 minute through to 4 hours, all saying it's going long. Brilliant. And that one is a break of the bar here. So if you were trading this, and we're not, it would be a break of that bar there. I want to make sure that our bars are always closing above the 9 EMA. So put in a new frac break here. So there's a lower opportunity to get in there. So your break would actually be at 602. You would have done that to 3 in reality. And your stop is not under that break. It's okay if you're hindsight trading. You can say, oh yeah, your stop's under here. It actually isn't. Because when you're really trading, we put this to the edge here, and you look at where your new fractal comes in, your stop's under there. So that's where your real stop is. And that's where your risk has to run. And then it breaks through, and then you spot the fractal at the bottom coming up. So the way you would treat that is a fractal break roughly around here. Your stop would be under here, which is 10 pips, plus the spread is 1, plus another 1, so that's 12 pips. So your target will be 12 pips, which would get you back up into this area here, around about there. But then when your fractal, if you are trading 1 minute fractals, once the market has put another fractal in, then you can move your stop back down to here, which is 5.2, call it 5, 5.2 plus 2, 1 for the spread, 1 for the double tap. So your stop now can be 7 pips. So now you've got the opportunity of winning 1% and the potential stop out just over 0.5%. So you're managing your risk. In the overall scenario, or as we call it in the sequence, you've already made 1%. So if you get stopped out here, you're getting stopped out for roughly about 0.6. So it doesn't really matter, because your 0.6 comes off your 1% profit, leaving you a net of 0.4% profit. So in the sequence of trades, you cannot lose. It's a completely free sequence trade. And then what you're doing now is waiting for this fractal. You could actually put your fractal on your stop under here now, which would be 504, or in the as I'm moving on, it's only a short time frame. So as I'm waffling, the market's moving sideways. It just keeps running up. Then you can put your stop to entry here if you wanted to now, which is under here, which is 506 or 504. The entry was 503. So you could put a stop at 503, and you've got 1% in the bag. You've got puts on, and now you've got a completely risk-free trade that you could add to your booty of an extra 1% in there. But not interested in that now. I've done the long trades I want to do. If you are concentrating on one asset, and I keep saying this, but it's really, really important. What I'm doing this morning and every day, this is a training room where we do make money. But the thing is for me, my goal is to try and make all the traders turn everyone into an ATM machine, so you can go into the market and extract money. To do that, I need to show everybody lots of different assets, the different personalities, what you can do, what you can't do, and what you should do, and what you definitely don't have to do on different assets. So I run through quite a lot of indices very quickly, and people need to choose which one fits their personality. I run quite a few of the FX to show what happens on the FX, and then we'll do some commodities, oil and gold, and maybe a few shares as well. But if I was sat on my own I wouldn't do all this. I'd just sit in the footsie and probably sit on pound Japani and ring the necks, and then put a chart side by side like this. What would I do? You know, I could put two charts side by side like this, and I would have one on this side, the other one here. I know my levels, I know exactly where I'm going, and I would just sit and then ring the neck and just extract my 1 or 2% or whatever I've got set for the day, and that's how I would trade. But at the moment, people feel a bit lost in their follow me round. But in the room, I know some people are not interested in cable, not interested in, or they're not interested in the other trade, which is pound Japani. We got stopped on that one for no loss, no gain. So all you do on this scenario, what you're doing is you're watching and waiting for this to go up, and then you're looking for the re-entry on that. You're looking at the pound. The pound at the moment is on the Richter scale is 5.7. Japanese yen is 5. So the bulls have got it ever so slightly. So it's going to be very, very slow with regard to the pound Japani. The bulls have got it ever so slightly, but the market is on a relaxation, so can't really see it coming down this far because the eyes are on the bulls, not on the bears. So we just could come down to this level here and then get another 15-minute bar and get on with it. On this one, on cable, we've got the pound, which is at 5.43, and we've got the US dollar at 2. So we've got the pound twice as strong as the dollar at this moment. So what's going to win? The pound's going to win, isn't it? So yeah, so that's what I would do. While we're talking about, or while I'm talking about it, let's just look at the Dixie again on the larger picture. Dixie, where's a Dixie gone? Dollar basket. There we are. Right, okay, on the micro level, it kind of broke on Northern European when the market opened. Northern European sessions driving this down a wee bit, isn't it? Let's go zoom out a little bit to our channel. Right, okay. We've still got a battle on. Still got a battle on, but quite a tight stop for the Dixie. But we're looking at 3.5% trade. We're looking for the Dixie to give it up. See the stocks at the moment, the market's having a little respite, a little pull up. On the day, we're kind of interested overall what's going to happen. We've got a high test here. So what we've got here, let's turn this off. We've got a high test, and it's a fractal high test. So what we've got here is a high test bar there on the, I can actually, we've got a setup bar there, and we've got a confirmation bar there. So high test, confirmation, and a fractal will draw above there on the breakout. Now, there is an aggressive way of doing it. There's a fractal reverse. So that's the high bar, and that is the reversal bar. And if you wanted to do, because I know some people do like 4-hour trading, and that's fine, is the confirmation on a 4-hour of a reversal there is a fractal reverse 4-hour. I'll write the fractal tool on now and it'll draw what we said. There you are. There's a, where's my dusty bin? There we are. Get rid of those. So there we are. There's a reversal pin. There's a high test. There's a fractal that's been drawn. Now, if you are wanting to use 4-hour fractals, observations, of course, on this, and it's expensive. If you haven't got a professional account, it's quite expensive to use this, unless you're on an MT system. And if you're on an MT system, then probably need to be shot anywhere. But there's a 9 EMA. At the moment, the market is bearish, but the 9 EMA is not given up yet. So this is a 9 EMA starting to give up here, and you could take that trade, a fractal trade here, and your stop would have been up there. And it's not giving it up yet. We've got long legs here. I didn't do the trade on 4 hours. I did the trade on a 1 hour structure, and my stops fairly well out of the way. It needed to be above these pins coming down here, because when you see these pins are low test pins, they will act. You need to go, I need to get at least 3 pins or a shoulder for the soft resistance. There's 1 pin, there's a 2nd pin, and there's a 3rd pin there. And then you look to your right, and you can see how the market, it is uncanny the way things happen. And the interesting thing about this, it's not this what we're looking at here. What I'm showing you here is these are all written into AI algos. And a lot of people say, oh, yeah, it's all right, Steve, saying this and this, but the market's run by algorithms. My response to that is, who the hell do you think writes the algorithms? The humans. And all these things about retraces, support, resistance, and confluence, it's all written into the software. And it's of no surprise that the market went up into the soft area resistance into here on a frac reverse and stopped. The thing, it's not magic, it's technical technical know-how. It doesn't mean to say, because it's reversed here, of course, that it will not continue through and maybe test this line. But as a trader, you need to know where the market is potentially going to stop, or where it's potentially going to reverse to, and all these little techniques are things that we use every day. So what we want, really, we want this market to give it up. Let's get into the... What a lovely bar that one is. A flat top. It's nearly, if it was in old school speak, you know, people that use normal candles, that's very, no, it's not a Marabuzu, but it's, look at that, hardly any rejection whatsoever. And that would be what is known as a 2-ring low, and your trade would be below the 2-ring low if it's a 1 hour trade, or it's a fractal reverse as well. And if you were very sporty, then you'd be looking at some either fractal breaks here, or fractal breaks here, or here, or right where we are here. And but then, because of the spread on here and the way the market does move, especially when you get the US coming on stream, you need to give it some wiggle room. But yeah, so the Dixie at the moment, we need that dollar to get a bit of weakness in, and if as soon as it starts getting a bit of weakness in, then we'll start seeing an acceleration of the USD Swissy, because Swissy's had good news, America hasn't, until we get news coming out at from 2 o'clock onwards this afternoon. If we just
options coming down on the footsie, Stephen. Just by the way.
Right, okay, cheers. We can see we're making rupees now on this. That's good. Cheers, cheers, Jeff. Right. Oh, right, okay. So this is now looking a bit tasty. For so you can see now at 9 o'clock we had the other people, the rest of the people coming on into the desk, and you can see a potential double tap reversal coming on here. If you had traded this when we were talking, I'm in and out till it's showing you all the different trades. If you had traded that, then you can see that would have won. We didn't trade it, but it was a winner. But before it won, I told you why it was going to win and what was happening. So these are the things you need to know, need to observe. Again, this one here is a screamer there of another breakout win. If you won the 1 minute, quite relaxed about this because we've already made the money. We don't make any more money today, then you're on track for 5% a week. On Wednesday we made 8 anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So long as you're a winner and you know why you've won, that's the key. So let's stop my waffling. As people know, I always talk. I'm just keen on trading, and I end up missing loads of trades because I talk about them. Let's have a look now. Oh, yeah, right. Get in. If you're on there, guys, make sure you get your options in. We need this under 25. Boom. I've got the opportunity to build one more put in, and that would be nice if we can get one more put in. If we can get 75.40 for under 25, then that will do me. Of course, I'm going to do a trade again, a short here. I'm just looking at the order flows, and we've got a 60% chance of 75.40 being hit. And I think we can put a little, where are we? I will do a 1 minute frac reversal potentially in here as a drop trade. I'm just going to measure where we potentially are. 75.40, 20 pips. We're probably 25 pips stop. I'm just going to put a 25 in now. We'll have another. The good thing about this, you know, the second bite's the cherry, or as we say, there's always another bus. Never get afraid you're going to miss out on a trade. It's got to be structured. You've got to know what you're doing before the market actually does turn. So we've got 9 EMA here. The market does need to break below the 9 EMA, and if we get a reversal fractal in there, that will be fine. The structure now, of course, is devoid of the 61% retrace. It means nothing now. If you want to use 1 minute actions, then we could then forecast where this next leg will move by putting a expansion tool. If I can get the tool to work, I'll get rid of all this. I've got too much. Get rid of all this now. That's it. I'll put the expansion tool into here. So you've got to use a degree of things you hold to be true, otherwise you can't put anchor points in. So the anchor point here, we've got 100% retrace coming back down here, and it's not a retrace, it's an expansion. The reason the 100% doesn't come all the way down to here is because you've got a higher high. So on the a weak retrace, we've got a potential target here, and the target that I'm much more interested in is this one here, 61.8% target coming down there. So that's where I would want to set if that sets ongoing. This is where I now want to set my target coming down to here, 40. Let's call it 45. But of course, some of the things you got to watch out for. Again, the market could easily, it stopped before here, could easily stop again. So what you want to do is want to put some alerts kind of down into, I'd put the alert down into the 100% level here. And then when it gets down there, stop to entry again, manage your risk. I'd also probably want to look at this reversal structure here. I'm just going to go into a 5 minute to just have a look at that. So yeah, so if we can break this down here, this will be a screamer of a short, but we've got a very tasty potential short up here. That's okay. If we get below the long bias of the day, then we could 5 minute frack it. Until then, you can't. 1 minute fracking going up was okay, as you saw, quite easy. The thing it's all right. Sorry, I'm using the wrong terminology. It's not easy. That's not right to say. The thing is, you've got to believe in your tools, and if you believe in your tool and believe in your strategy, it's not a matter of going, oh no, I wonder if that's going to work. It's quite clear. You know your strategy works. It works a lot more. I don't know what the hit rate on this on the first of the month doing this. I would say you've probably got 85% chance of being right all the time on a break to the top when you get this type of structure. A classic 61.8% retrace, It blasts above the 1 minute. There's your frackers. Boom, boom, boom. Well, how can I put it? It looks and sounds easy, but it's took years to develop this and understand how this works. And once you understand it, and once you believe in it, you then become unemotionally attached. If the market tells you there's a fractal break, no matter what you emotionally think, it's a bloody break. And you just take the break. Put your emotions and put them in a bin or put them outside of the trading door. If it says it's correct, it's correct. And if you know it's going to work 51% of the time, for instance, then if you win 51% of the time, all the time, and only ever lose 1-to-1, then you're then an ATM. Because the only outcome is you'll make money. If you can be better than 51, 50, 60, 70, 80 on plus, then you're going to make an absolute killing in the market. The thing that you must always keep yourself in check. Don't be greedy. Don't try and push for that little bit more, that little bit more. Have a strategy of what you're going to do, when you're going to finish. And if you want to carry on trading, then maybe trade 0.25%. But never, ever dip down into that money pot that is your base minimum. So your base minimum for the day might be 0.5%, you know. Anyway, I'll stop going on about it. You can see observations here that where market is weakening again. Let's go into a 5 minute. So yeah, it's looking quite nice. We're a fractal reversal, a reversal frac, set up fractals, fractal pin, set up pin, reversal pin. And if you want to do a fractal reverse, which once you understand how to do fracs and now understand how to reverse them, they'll win about 75% of the time. No brainer. And your stop has to be 2 pips above there, of course. Then there's your fractal reverse. All sorts of techniques to use. What you've got to do is be happy with the ones that you like and practice implementing them day in, day out. That's what it's all about. Bear with me a minute. I'm just going to add to the trade. There we are. Right. What else can we look at? I don't want to overtrade. There's lots of opportunities to look at. Let's have a look at that Swissie's doing. We have not done gold yet. We'll look at Swissie and then we'll have a little look at gold. As I said, there's a bit of fight going on at the moment with cable, and we'll see what's happening. Pound Japani. We're waiting for that to set up, aren't we? Pound Japani. Still coming down, bit of confluence here. And once you see a 50, look at that. We've come down. There we go. Right, so this is starting to have a very nice setup. Observations, keeping on this time frame. On the pullback on the stotch, pull back down into this level. If the market is bullish, we should start to see a new higher low. And what we're looking for here is something like this market to come down, pull down here. And what we're looking, get off. What we're looking, get off. That's it. That's it. What we're looking for here is a bar like this. Market coming down, stop, oversold, coming down to an area. We'll draw the areas in a minute, and a lovely 15-minute bar there. Lovely 15-minute bar reversal. A 15-minute bar going back with the trend doesn't need to be above the 9 EMA, just needs the overall trend on the 1 hour and 4 hour just needs to be up, and it is, because we're catching the move before the move happens. So a break above here would have been lovely. That's a really nice trade. And yeah, and there's another pullback here. That's indecision candle. You can't take indecision candles. Indecision. There's that one there, but I think that again that was probably too small. Yeah, and there's another lovely bar there, which was a break of here, and obviously that one as well. We missed our longer trade by. I know, I'll bitch about it this afternoon as well. When you miss it by a Minji's what's it? Yeah, 0.7 of a pip. No, never mind. So quickly writing is just I'll just do it retro so you can understand what we should have been doing. Is there's your bottom there. Need at least 3 pins, 1, 2, 3 on the Ikenashi of where the market may stop. You also draw in the soft resistance levels. In other words, where the market has stopped before. Need 3 pins. There's a nice level here. 1, 2, 3. It'll do. And this is another soft level that the market may well stop at. The market's come up for a base in there, then pulled, dropped down, dropped into the confluence. It then came back into this level and then reversed, tried again, big reversal pin, and then eventually pushed through and went up to the next level up here. Now it's relaxing, coming back. And what we're in for now is the market to pull back. We had an alarm because sometimes it doesn't quite go to the pullback, but when it does come to pullback, you can then gain again about writing stories about getting your confidence. Pullback, there's one. There's not so good. There's a good pullback. Whoops, I've lost it all. Come on, fingers and thumbs. There you are. There's another one. That's a really good pullback there. That one's okay. It broke the 20th percentile. That's okay. So then you can then observe what happened to the market on that pullback. Shot up. There's a next pullback here. And then market shot up. It's really not really, as long as you get your screen set right, it's not rocket science. There's the trades. 1, obviously 1, 2, obviously 1. Pull back here. There's the other one. They don't win all the time. Did that win? No, it didn't. The market pulled it up, and then you got a break on the 9 EMA. So you would have. What would you have done here? It's all right doing. It's all well and good doing all these retrospective wins, but you know it doesn't work that way in reality. So you got to break out here. Observations. All this weakness coming in. What would I have done? Well, what I would have done is, because I observed the bottom, I also observed the top. So I'd observe the top here. And the market didn't, like here, got a smooth run and a smooth run up. This one struggled. So you're now looking at different type of movement. So once it gets up to here, which is just above break even, then what you would do is you'd either use a 15-minute candle or a 5-minute candle in the smaller time frame. And as soon as you got to close under 9 EMA, you'd be out. So rather than losing 1%, you would lose 0.5, 1 pip. All about managing your risk. That won, that lost. But when it did lose, it lost a very, very small amount. Another setup. Breaker there, never happened. Breaker there, never happened. Indecision, no good. Indecision, no good. Market pullback. Next bar, boom, again, 1. So you kind of go back, get the story, observe the personality, and now all you're doing sat here waiting for your 1%. Because there's a very high probability chance you're going to get it. So long as you're patient, you wait for that green bar. It's come down into here. Wait for the green bar. Try and get 1-to-1. If you can't, then as the market's coming up here again, you're on what would I have done? I would have gone into 1 minute on here and probably not made a full amount, but it didn't anyway. You could have used 5 minutes because it orders of 3 below the time frame you're trading on. If it's 15 minute you're trading on, you could drop down into 5 minute when the market's coming up, and there's your break. Get out. Or you can stretch it into very small time frame as it's running up here and kind of failing because it's come within 2 pips. Don't forget it's the spread's 1, so it's come within like 1 pip, and then as soon as it breaks there, then you'd have been out there. And you've got to be, again, trusting of your strategy and how you trade, because what people will generally think, sick as a dog, you know, got out here, plumbing out, the market moved up, but your target didn't get hit anyway. And then it come down and broke you there. So the difference there is, well, 3 pips. So you either go on 1 minute, get trigger happy, and either push it right to the top and get out on a 5 minute, or you can then use a 1 minute. But either way, you're getting out for a profit. Right. I said I was going to do footsie, and as always, got diverted. Well, I didn't get that, divert myself. Right, so footsie. So you can see here we've had a 5 minute fracker, and that was a 5 minute fracker that we took. The robot has gone in and it's doing its thing, and we're just waiting for here. This was an alert here to say you could move your stop to entry if you wanted to here, and then take the next fractal break, which would be here, and stack it. So, or you could take half off if you wanted to and stack your trades so you've made 0.5%. But it's not need to do it. I don't know why I keep going into all this detail. These are some of these advanced techniques. The basic technique, 5 minute frac, let's hope we get it. Put an alert a little bit further down, and then just make it, what is it, 14 pips, isn't it? So get it down to maybe 8, something like this, and then stop to entry. Once it's stopped to entry, if you want to keep fracking it, then you can. We've got some huge targets on this going down. Technically speaking, the first big target should be 80, I think, where is it down here? 86.48, but there's some much bigger targets further down. You go into the weekly, you can see some of the observations there. Look at right down into here. You can see all these pins, but if you follow the obvious weekly pin, if you are trading this, is down to 8600. BRN, big round numbers. Institutions use big round numbers. They get in and they get out on big round numbers. So yeah, right. So we're in cable, making a few rupees. We're in USD footsie. That's going okay. Right, gold before I go. Gold. Right, okay. And again, we've obviously missed it. Well, we didn't. We had the indie picker on, the gold swinger bot. So these are all your little helpers, all your little tools. They're all like mini me's. And these are all the things that we use as tools that will do the breakouts and the trades for us. We did say that if we break this descending line, we're going to break out and go along. And yeah, quite nice that this is happening. I will stick my note to my colleagues who run other rooms that said to me that this market's going short and scoffed at me wanting to go along, which we've just nearly made 1% going long. Well, we haven't, because that's levered up at 4%. But don't do what I do on bots, especially on gold. It's not wise. Another 0.6 of a pip and that'll be 4%. You don't need to do that. Did anyone, while I was waffling and trading, did anyone take the breakout?
No, I would have called it out if I had.
Right, okay.
I did on the DAX, 1 minute frac. It was going into R3.
All right, cool. Let's have a look at that. So it is, you know,
It's bounced off R3, but yeah, took the profit at R3.
it took
I took a
profit.
15-minute frat on gold at 8 o'clock, and I exited for 1.5%.
Yeah, great.
And you didn't-
Right,
and you
R3
didn't-
reversal.
And you didn't call it.
Only just got back to my desk. Sorry.
Oh, well, I can hear that. I can hear the pages turning of your book of excuses. But well done, Pete.
Yeah, well done.
Go and stand in the corner and think about the community.
I'm going to have a word with myself.
Yeah. Oh, can you slap yourself at the same time? That'd be good.
Great trade to R3, by the way. And if you are an R3 trader, and we know, can anyone remember what R3 is? What do we call it?
Is it a shield trade or is it?
Wall trade.
That's it.
Thank you.
Now Aussies are on the side, so cheers, Kev. So that trade is a wall trade, as you know, and that would have been or is a 17 and 17 because that's the ATR, and we go into R3 and we give it a whack, and it would have been there. There's a trade there, and the trade highlighted up into R3. It's a system trade. It's something you do every day if it's on your trade plan, and there's the trade. Market comes up, hits the ball, an R3 classic pivot, boom, straight down. So you've got your cheeky 1.5% wherever going up, and then 1% coming down. Again, you can't do all the trades. We have 21 different types of trades for every single asset in the market, whether you're going long, whether you're going short, or whether you're going sideways. And it's up to you which ones you like. I'm trying to demonstrate them all the time. And but yeah, well done going up. It was a long bias, and once it's hit the wall, we'll get it off. Make sure we don't do it twice. Once it's hit the wall once, it's the probability of it actually hitting the wall again and doing the reverse again is at 50-50 best. So you don't do it, just don't do it. Right, it is looking a bit tasty, the DAX, for a rally into the Friday afternoon. Going to R3 so quickly is a really good sign that we are going to have a long trade on the DAX this afternoon. So switch your Friday feeling bottom, switch your DAX on the pullback, on a 15-minute pullback. Switch your DAX indie picker. Hang on a second, did I have my indie picker on? I'm just looking at history. Oh, no, I didn't. No. Oh well. Never mind. I should have switched it on. Never mind. It's great hindsight, isn't it? So what I'll do, I'll switch my picker when this. If we get a decent pullback on a 15-minute, then I'll switch my long bot on, and again at 12, between 12 and 1, if we get the setup, then put your Friday feeling bot on, and that'll trade all the way into 4:30. But we'll pick this up this afternoon, and hopefully we'll hammer it. What else did I say I was going to do? Oh, right. I said we'd look at Aussie USD because I have a sneaky suspicion with gold going up, we're going to go up. So a quick reminder on gold. If the US dollar's going up, going down, the gold will go up. If Aussie USD is going up, gold will go up, and vice versa. If Kiwi USD is going up, gold will go up. If USD Swissy is going down, gold will go up. If USD CAD is going down, gold will go up. And the last one, if we get a euro going up, gold will follow it. And just a reminder, gold, 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 all these things. So what we should probably be seeing now is we'll do Aussie USD. That should be going up. It'll prove me flipping wrong now. Where's Aussie USD?
Now it's going up.
Should do. All right, yeah, it is. But you know, you've got to pick the one. Oh, look at that W for win. Nice win pattern. Double tap, could get a reversal. Opportunity to obviously get in again. Aussie is 7.3 versus US dollar 2.4. Oh well, yeah, the eyes on the Aussie have certainly got it. Nothing to see and nothing to trade here because we've got a double tap. That's the wrong one. Double tap into here. We've got an interesting thing. If we get a double tap and a bit of a fake out here, what we could do, because we know the 15-minute bar there obviously worked, we didn't take it. You can't take everything. There's a 15-minute bar. Nice and easy. Shame we didn't do it. Never mind. You can't do everything at once. You've got to choose the things that you want to take. What we can do, we can drop into a 5-minute frac. There's a 5-minute frac there, another 5-minute frac there, another 5-minute frac there. What we'd like to see is just to punch its nose above here, put in a reversal, and then it will form a fractal breakout, and then you can do a 5-minute fractal breakout if you want to. I'm just looking at where on the 4-hour, see a bit of soft underbelly here, isn't there? There, that's at least 3 pins, bit of soft underbelly there, a bit of soft underbelly there as well, with a definite 4-hour reverse there. So next target, if you are trading this, don't need me to tell you that the easy target would be a big round number, followed by a split the difference into another 23 pips further up there. That would be, if you are trading that would be the things you would be wanting to go for today. Ah, right, softened the bellies, obviously was hit again previously. So what you look, there's nothing to see, nothing to do until it puts in a fractal, because you don't follow this. Never follow a break out, because it usually is swiftly followed by a profit take and you'll get stopped. So wait for a frac setup, then just frac it. And there's lots of space to go to here. Loads and loads of pips to be got. You can catch a lot of rupees going up. Euro USD, Euro Japani was the other, USD Japani, USD JPY was the other one that should be going short. Yeah. As I say, there's so many opportunities this morning. It's like shooting fish in a barrel, really. Yeah, kind of oversold. A nice little pullback would be nice. Dropping back down into here, a pullback and a breakthrough. Or a pullback would be nice here. We've got a double tap reversal from here. It is on the 4-hour, you can see quite clearly, absolute screaming short. Absolute screaming short. So I'm hoping I got this right as well, with my Dixie. And other rooms are all calling for it to go along. They're all wrong. It isn't. It's coming short. It's going short.
Hope you
I
absolutely.
say these things before I check them, should I? No, it's not going long or short. It's going sideways, isn't it? I think it's going to fall away, that. Right. So a quick scamper before I run. Go and get some breakfast. That is a short. You want to, if you want to get in it, you can go full back. Otherwise, put your frackers on, your robot frackers. Did you switch your fracker on, Jeff?
I did for the I did the indie for the DEX actually. It was
Oh,
one
well.
that yeah.
Right. So this would have put a fracker in, of course, as you can see. A quick check, cable doing a little bit there. It's starting to get a little bit of a move on. USD Swissy, it's kind of slow and struggling, but I think that'll just die a death and we'll get the profit out of that. Pound Japani. What a horrible bar that is. We're looking for a green, but a nice solid green bar, but that might develop. It's got 7 minutes to develop. What else? Where else are we in? We didn't show you what we could do in gold. Well, it's footsie then gold, and then I definitely will go.
Yeah, we didn't finish gold, did we? Because you jumped back to stuff.
No, we didn't. Sorry about that. But there we go. These are all the alerts going off. It's turned his flipping alerts off. So we're back in again. We've got some lovely puts, all making money again. Yippity doo dah. So I think we'll make an absolute killing on the footsie today. I think we'll absolutely smash it to bits. So that's good. And the market's doing what we said it would do. It's reversing back down and coming on again. And it'll give up now. That's what'll happen with the footsie. It'll give up and it'll just start coming down. So once you get maybe a frac reverse on here, that's a fractal starting, but a frac reverse, we don't need to. We've got 2% worth of puts, and we've got this coming down here, which is nearly a 2% trade anyway. So that will be okay. Let's go into gold. We didn't finish gold off, did we? Where are we with gold? Oh, absolute stonker on gold. Do I want to turn? Do I want to take the profit on that? 7.7 divided by equals 1.54 times 5. 7.7%. Just bear with me, guys. I'm going to turn that one off. Right, turned it off now. I'm going to take 7 points. I'm going to take a few rupees out of it, but bank it down to 1% and bank 7.7. We don't class this in the room as a win because it's a robot. And then what I'm going to do is then bank another 1% on a stop to 1%, which is 5 there. But for the room, right, flipping heck, we had that 15-minute fractal breakaway, haven't we? The trouble is, it's not so much for trouble. Let's just have a look at where this market might go. With gold flying up, Aussie USD is going to absolutely go up. And we're going to see USD Swissy shooting down. But we're in those anyway and making money on those anyway. So that's all right. We're not in USD yet, Aussie USD. Right, let's get into the level on. Let's use 1 hour first to have a look what's going on gold. Just switch everything off a minute. Right. Don't like the look of that action. So observations, we've had this breakout. there is a channel that you can see going down, and I'll draw on it, and it'll just all come back with all the noise. So I'll come on the channel to work. I'll forget it. I'll just, well, you can see roughly the downward channel we've broken out of that. We had the very large support, and I guess some of the what I call sloth traders will be hoping that the market comes down to the 61%, then to buy and then go up. More fool them. You don't need to use 4 hours and daily on the gold. You need to use 4 hours and daily on the gold to observe what you're actually going to do. You don't, using daily charts and 4-hour charts are for people who aren't particularly good technically, because they can't technically see and read the market. Anyway, I'll go from the orange crate again. Let's get down to business. Right. We will definitely see some profit taken into here. All the trigger fingers will be really having a go into that. That's why I wanted. So, right. What we'll do, I would like you to observe, is I'm just looking at this, the way the action's going now. Very strong flat top. We like flat tops and flat bottoms on 15 minutes on the Anashi's. Wow. Yeah. We've broken this structure, and it was broken on an Ikanashi flat bottom, which tells me lots of people are behind this in the market. As observations, the body's getting larger as well. We're screaming above the 9 EMA. Other observations we need to make, the EMAs, we don't use simple moving averages in the room because they're just crap. If you're a day trader, you'd never use a simple moving average ever. Use exponential moving averages because they represent day trading moves. Simple moving averages are for people who trade on a daily basis, on a swing basis, and then they're quite good because it smooths things out. We're going to do it here. Do you know what I'm going to do? Because we are getting a bit of a high test there. I'm going to do a fibbo on that, and we're going to look at this break up here. And one of the things we can do is look at a 61% retrace level on this to be able to add. And I would alert the 61% retrace. I won't alert the 61% retrace because other people trade off that. Put your section tool above that before that happens, and then stick a bell on it, alert on it. There. The ding dong bell there. I wait for the market to come down to here and then look for a reversal. Very aggressive reversal. You can do a 2-ring high if that's on a 5-minute bar. So if you get 2 5-minute bars like this above the 9 EMA, absolute screamer of a continuation trade, or a 15-minute frac like this, 15-minute frac there, boom, and up and out. It's too late to join the party on this because we're too close to a potential breakout. If you poke your nose above this level, well, you know what I've called the market. I've called the market at 2068 by Christmas. That's where I think it's going to go. And today, if we break this, then I've called the target today at 2058 for this afternoon into this evening. And that is based on pure technicals with a little bit of fundamentals, with Powell steering the ship into we're not going to raise interest rates, but we might respond if things are bad routine. which will be enough to get people a bit tetchy and can continue through. But if you didn't take the break out of here, if you missed the breakout, then that's okay. You can't trade everything. If you do get a pullback, definitely put your swinger bot back on. Definitely put your swinger bot back on. Look for a pullback down to here. Or look for a pullback on 5 minutes. And then look for your two ring highs. 1, 2, there. 1, 1, 2 there. Didn't break, doesn't matter. 1, 2 there. That's not a 1, it's under the 9. 1, 2 there. Break out of here. So yeah, you just have to wait. We would like to see on here other observations that you want to watch out for. Watching structure. Make sure structure's on your side. What you don't want to see are the bottoms of these fractals starting to break down. It's telling you that people are starting to walk away. And if we break the 9 EMA here on a 5 minute, then game's over. Take your profits. But we're going to take 1% anyway. Obviously I won't count that because that's a bot again. Can't count bots. Right. So yeah, things are going okay. Oh, flipping heck, no one reminded me. I only took 1 bit off there. I should leave just 1 left, shouldn't I? Oh, flipping heck. That's it, leaving 1. Right. What else? What else? Dollar basket.
Stephen, on a Friday, the DAX, if it goes over R3, would you frack the 1 minute?
Absolutely, yeah. I'd be all over it like a rush.
Okay, it's very close to that now.
All right.
I just thought it might be worth on if it gets there to maybe show it on live.
Yeah, it's a breakaway. Well, I'm quite happy to sit here and trade all day. To be fair, done all my bit of Christmas shopping yesterday, but I'm getting towards needing another double espresso. If you want to stay, if you want to stay, there's so much opportunity. You could absolutely have a mega day today if you wanted to. Probably today, if you stayed on trading today. If I count my bots and everything, probably already up. Oh, I don't know. The puts will come in. That's at least another 2%, and then 1.5% on the footsie short. That's 3%. Plus the one we did up 4%, 4.5%. Plus we just took 7% out of the market on gold. That's 11%. And we will get a more sell-off on the footsie. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if you want to stay around a bit, then I'm quite happy to stay around a bit.
Yeah,
I know,
I'm happy to.
Well, it's
Yeah, me too.
it's nearly 9 o'clock in Sydney.
Yeah,
You
I'll
happy
stay.
with that? Yeah.
Me 3.
Sorry, 3.
Yeah, me 3 in Brisbane.
I'm 4.
All right, okay.
And 5.
Yeah, I forgot we've got a lot of Aussies on board now, haven't we? Forgot about that.
I'm 6. It sounds like most of us are Aussies.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, the Aussies like the Northern European session. It's good. It's good. It really is good.
I'm an Aussie.
Right, so bear with a minute. I'm just going to go and get a cup of cha. I'm going and get a double espresso, and then we'll give the market a good old pasting then, shall we?
Bridget, did I just hear you say you're an Aussie?
Me?
Yeah.
No, Bridget.
Yeah.
What? Okay, can you go back to your normal accent, please?
Oh, I can't. It's no good. It doesn't work.
You've just offended the Aussies now.
I know, but they did still. They went out with our accent and then turned it into something I don't recognise.
Oh yes, that's a good one, Bridget. Yeah.
Did you lose on the Aussie today? Did you, Bridget?
Oh, shut your face. I
Right,
cut
okay,
it.
sorry.
I cut it because I could see that it was just not going to stop. It was just not going to stop. So I cut
Very
it.
quickly before I go and do my what I have forgot is oh, there's a footsie. That's all right. Do I want to bother with Just Eat? You know, there's my target, my Christmas target. We're not quite there. I think I probably will. I'll pull back on. Can't resist it. Oh, these are the previous ones. But we are, yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it on a small time frame. And Greg's the little thief took some money off us.
It really has not gone into like last year's expectation, has it?
Last year's we absolutely creamed it, didn't we?
Yeah, I know. It's really not worked, has it, this year?
Right into Christmas, into Christmas. It's the massive rallies. And this year it's had a rally. We've obviously traded it from up here and it's had a hit target 1, hit target 2. It's coughed now. I think it's one of those things like we do the EOM and EOQs. We get so used to making so much money on it, you get really hacked off when you can't. It's one of those things like, oh God, we lost, but I can't believe that. And I just thought you don't like it when you lose a trade. And the little thief took 1% off me yesterday. But yeah, we want to get above the 200 EMA for sure. I'm going to put an alert. If we see that, then I can't resist it. For the past 8 years, it's won. So you can't, you can't. We've already been up to these targets and hit it. If that comes up, then we'll give it a tickle. So we're winning on the dollar basket. We're winning on gold. We're winning on USD, Swiss Re. We're winning on the puts. We're winning on cable. And we're winning on the footsie. So generally, we're winning everywhere. Let's put the DAX into that as well. Right, I'll go and make my cuppa. I'll switch the Fractals on if you want to use the screen. DAX, where's the DAX gone? DAX. We'll stick it into 1 minute. It's a break. If it goes on beyond R3, it is then a breakaway. R3 is putting a cap on it. It's proven me wrong here, isn't it? When I said the R3 trade doesn't really work twice in a row. What a bugger. Hopefully it won't. No, I don't mean that in a bad way, but usually it doesn't. It needs to come down.
You wouldn't normally take it twice. You wouldn't
No,
normally
I'd never take it twice. The first strategy trade is always the best. Oh, I've got two chats. What's that? What did I say? Quick question. I've just finished watching about 20 of your videos. Oh. So a question, how many pips does it need to break on the fractal? Half the spread. And the fractal works on anything, any application you use, MT4, MT5, TradingView, C-Trader, anything. The fractal structure is the fractal structure, and the structure never ever changes. Okay, so that's to Chris and to Justin. It's a good job I spotted that, because normally I never read any of the chats, because people usually shout out in the room and ask, and I usually give them a bit of abuse. Oh, we have a chat. That's okay. But I'm going to leave this open, and I'll be back in about 2-3 minutes. And if you're all done, then that's fine. Thanks for coming. We'll see you all. I'll see all the normal traders at 2:15, and we'll give the American markets a good old pasting. And then at 4 o'clock, it's Prosecco o'clock, and we will we'll go and give the market a good old smash into the close. And by that time, what time is that? There's only Jeff daft enough to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Maybe, but maybe not today. We'll see.
No, but not on a Friday. Not on a Friday. That's a bit crazy, Jeff. So yeah, but we'll get the American guys will be on by then because that's 11 o'clock in the morning. Daryl and the crew. Right, I'm going to make. Going to do a. Oh, that footsie's coming off a bit tasty. Let me get me espresso. We might have to give the footsie another tickle on the 1 minute, and then the DAX on the 1 minute as well. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. Oh.
Okay.
Hey, Bridget, what did you get into on the ASX? Like, it didn't do much though. I mean, it went down a little, but then it came right back up.
Yeah, and it was a shame really, because I think yesterday lunchtime, it was down. It only had, I think I was only under by 20 pips. And I thought, oh, yeah, it looks okay. It looks okay. And then it went up bloody 50 pips and that. So
Yeah,
I took the hammering that I should have taken the day before.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, in the end, it was a gamble really, because I thought, it's worth just hanging on in there just in case. And I hoped that it would come down with a footsie.
Yes.
But it didn't. So it didn't.
No, they're not always working in conjunction, are they?
No, but I thought because the day before had gone so high and you were coming into the weekend, and I thought, there'll be a sell-off. Hopefully there might be a sell-off, and that would be enough to get me out. But it didn't. Didn't happen.
Yeah. You must have bought pretty early on though, because it did get down to about 740, didn't it?
Yeah, but I think I bought at 35. No, it didn't go that low. I don't think it got that low.
Yeah, 737.
Yeah, but it was probably when I was asleep or something like that.
Correct. It would have been.
So yeah, there's not much you can do, is there? There's just you either sit up all night and wait and watch, or you just go, well, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it was. It's because when it did come down that low, it just wasn't enough, and it didn't coincide with any time scales of me being at least on the planet. Because the night before I didn't go to bed, did I? Because we stayed up. So I wasn't going to do that again. I just thought, well, it'll be what it'll be, really, and it was.
Yeah, I mean, it looks the chart just rocketed up today.
I know. It just isn't doing what it used to do, is it?
Yeah. Well, the end of quarter one I normally do, which the last couple haven't been flash.
Okay, so
actually the last three, but the quarter is worth a look at for sure.
So I might have just lent them some money for
possibly.
I'm back again. So you've loaned the market a few quid.
I loaned the Aussies a few quid.
Right. Have you seen what's happened with the human coin?
What's happened? Is it good or bad?
Oh God, it's absolutely. We're now over 11,000% up. And we officially now, as a group, made $158,000 since July.
Right, let me have a look.
Happy days. I'll pull it up, and then we'll get back on. There we are. So it's doing round about 6% a day now.
Oh, 7491. Yeah. Okay, good eye. So let's do the calculation then. Hang on.
Yeah, my $1,000 was worth 10,000. Yeah.
You've done 10x. Happy days. So I'll give you my address.
007. Oh shit! Hang on. What is it? 7491. I'll tell you what I've done.
I've done 210% since the beginning of October, which I'm very happy with.
91. times.
So we've done just nearly 11,000% for the early adopters. I know everyone couldn't have done that because you haven't joined the room, but there is still a massive opportunity. Again, it goes live in 6 days' time. So, but all this opportunity pre-market will be open to all members.
Okay, so my 500 quid is worth 15k now.
That's not bad, is it? Since
That's
July.
not bad.
So
Since July.
I think I'll be buying some more.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about it.
Just for full disclosure, if you want to buy them, I'll tell you when I'm going to buy, and you can buy before I do. And then when the market, when it launches on the 1st, all the people that want to get rich quick, all the gazillionaire, all the crypto gazillionaires will be all trying to get in, and all we'll do is we'll keep some money back, of course, sit on what you're doing, because this could easily go to, well, I don't know, what will it go to? So if you're saying 15k, if it goes to the very quick half a cent, which
that would be 100,000
very
quid.
quickly, that'll take you 15k to 101,000 probably by
Yeah,
January.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. It will.
Yeah, so you'll make 95,000 quid.
No. 99,000. 90. No, I'll make. I only paid 500 quid, not 5k.
Oh, right, okay.
What did you buy them at, Bridget? What did you buy?
Well, I bought on the 3rd of July, so I bought. I don't know. It was very pittance.
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it was really, really low.
Well, Bridget was one of the believers. When I said buy, she bought. Everyone else said, "Oh, I don't know."
So I bought. So I've got 2 million.
Yeah.
2 million coins.
Right.
Is Irene in the room? She'll be sat very quietly at the moment.
Yes, I am.
No.
Yeah.
I put 2k in, right? I put 2k in, and about a week ago, Steve, it was. I took 2.5 out, I think, and I think I've got about $45,000 now.
Shall I tell you how much you've actually got? You've got 49,402.
Yeah.
Just to be precise. I've got a model here with that model what will happen. But anyway, sorry, we do digress. We do digress. Sorry. What I will say for if the people that are watching are interested, and I don't mean this to sound horrible in any way, it's just to be full disclosure. What I have in my room is some very, very good people that are very serious about making money and learning. And I don't accept anyone into the room without a conversation to see if I'm a fit for you and you're a fit for me, or you're a fit for the community. So if people are interested in having a chat, get in touch. And then if we both think everything's okay, then you can become part of the community. Otherwise, great that you're sat in and watching what we do as a trading group. We do a lot of bitching, a lot of shouting. It's a great community, and like that crypto, we have made rather a lot of money, and I would very much think in 12 months' time on Human, we'll be making a few millionaires. So that'd be quite nice. If you do get in part of the community, then you'll get access to early access and directions how to get into Human before it goes IPO. It's a cryptocurrency, blockchain currency, I should say, that is running on its own blockchain based on the Ethereum backbone. And anyway, enough said about that. I can talk to you about that later down the line if you want. I'm going to run a live event in December the 7th, when it launches on Forex exchange. And Benji, who's the founder, he said yesterday, he said, "Can I join your community? Can I join the launch?" Oh, it's your bloody coin.
I know, he's a bloody loony, isn't he?
He's a loony. So anyway, I'm talking to him at 12 o'clock today. We're having a bit of a Zoom because I can't be asked going down to Stafford. And anyway, it's all snow here. It's been snowing like mad this morning. Everywhere is white. Dangerous for him to come over the M62 anyway. But yeah, I'll let everyone know what he was after. He wants all my white papers on what the humanity asset should actually be doing. So that'll be quite interesting. I'll update people on what happened.
Get that cold storage thing off him.
Yeah, I will. Yeah,
because he's, we need that, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh, Bridget, there's instructions on the Discord site now.
I saw that actually. Did it work?
Yeah.
Did it work?
I don't know. I haven't done it. I've only seen they posted something. I haven't tried.
Right. Well, if you can find them, pull them off and stick them in the human room. And then.
Oh yeah, they're all there. I can. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, pull them and stick them in the human room, and then everyone who's got the human asset, human coin, will be able to read it. And then, if you want to, we'll do a live session on how to move all the assets onto that as well. So yeah, for heads up while we're talking about that very quickly, our XRP is doing fine. From if I convert it into pounds, we bought it at 13 pence and it's 51 pence now. So quite nice. We know BlackRock and what is the other one, big flagship? They own Coinbase, and it looks like if they do get a Bitcoin or Ethereum ETF, they will be putting it on the Coinbase exchange. The big boys own Coinbase. So if you're a person that likes to buy shares, then I'd stick money in your pension fund or in the ISA into Coinbase, because if BlackRock are going to start making an increase in the 15% that they already own of Coinbase, and what's the other, Vanguard, they own 7.8%. It looks like they're making moves to acquire a bigger position in Coinbase, and that's probably going to be the destination for the ETF. So if you want to take some money on footsie, go and do that. You can do that now as well, again with that little bleep in the background. It did come down, come right down to this level again. You bugger. It's struggling, isn't it? It's struggling to come down. They're still trying to.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's still trying to come down, but I'm leaving that for later, and we'll see where we go to. Oh, thanks. All right, thanks, Brad. So Brad's just shared. Looking at the there's a nano. Yeah, okay, fair dues. Right, okay. Right, okay. Great, thanks. So it's in the hash human area for people who want to look at the cold wallet. So I'll have a little look at that. If people want to sit in with me doing that, then I'm quite happy to do that before the launch.
Yeah.
Right, stop waffling. We've got all those 1 minute fractals. Flipping heck. Don't need to do them now. What else? All right. Thanks, Irene. Irene's put it in the human folder now, which is good as well. So thank you.
Yeah, it's really good to do the session on all of us non-techie people, so we can do it.
Sorry, Irene, say that again.
It's really good for you to do that session on everybody, so we can all load our humans onto it.
Sure, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that next week. We've got next week, of course, for the latest batch of new people. On Tuesday, again, another intro session showing you the basics of everything of what we do. Just to let the rest of the crowd know that you may not be aware of, I've changed the the structure of the learning center just for quickly. So what I've done now, you got your getting started folder, because people were not were a bit worried about getting started, what to do. So setting up your pro real time, how to connect to IG if you're using IG, what is a Rencore. That was the last induction session that we had if you missed that. And then these are the documents you absolutely must read. Forex. All you need to know in Forex on 13 pages. The number one reason why traders fail, and this is one that really gets my goat, all this bollocks on YouTube that's spoken all the time about 95% of traders fail. It's absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish. There's not that many people fail at all. This document is based on 30 million closed trades from 100,000 traders throughout the world. And the actual stats are about 75 to 76% of people fail. And this tells you the reasons why they fail and what the people have done wrong based on all those trades. All these are free. That isn't free, but all these are free on my website anyway. You've got to read this about managing your risk, how to manage your risk bank so you never blow your account up. And the key thing is this one. Importance of more emotional intelligence in trading. Any muppet can trade. It's easy. Once you know the strategy, anyone can learn the strategy. You don't have to be a university student to know the strategy. The thing that everyone will struggle with is their own emotions, snatching at profits, being emotionally worried about putting a trade in, managing your risk. Those are things that kill traders, not the strategy. You know, as long as you understand the strategy, then live and work the emotional side. The real emphasis on trading for me is the emotional side on me is I only trade on the premise I'm going to win. My emotion, if there is any, is I get pissed off when I don't win more. If I lose, I don't care. It's the stats. Who gives a stuff about losing? No one. You should never ever worry about losing, because as long as you've got a strategy that wins more often than it loses, and you always manage your risk, you can only ever win. So the thing that should really pissed off is missing the opportunity to keep adding to a trade, getting longer and longer or shorter and shorter, and absolutely mullering the market. But while you do that, you've got to manage your risk at the same time. And this is what I do. This is how I live on my trading, and without all the bitching that you hear from me every day and every morning, anyway. But these are the. So that's again. I'll stop waffling. There's the newbie getting started. Obviously, all the key information. I've put all in here now. We've got 15 things. Terminology, how to set your screen up, what's an EOD cash pivot, finding the ATR. Accurate trend line, using alerts, fibs, trading plans, mastering emotions, all the PRT stuff, all the AI algos, for which there are a few. There's some bots as well. So just so people know, are there the indicators there? AI indicators. These are all the screeners. Loads and loads of AI screeners. I'm a firm believer you do not need to go looking for trades. Your job as a trader should be deciding what strategy you are going to use to make the money, not trying to find a trade. We have artificial intelligence that does that for us. These are all your lists. These are all how to make a list and do a list. So some of the newer guys, really, I need to look at that. We'll talk about that on Tuesday. Right. And so we get out the terminology, all the training manuals and stuff. These are the recorded sessions. Every single day that we've traded are all recorded. And every single month on every single thing that we do. So we can't claim anything that we can't back up. It's all recorded. There's no made-up artificial things on YouTube and all that sort of shit. It's real. Trading strategies, easy ones that you learn for Q1, few different ones there. There's quite a few different ones there. Trade reviews of the strategies as well. And so all the Q1s, trade reviews and live trading. So all recorded sessions of, that's a strategy, this is how it works, let's apply it live, and this is how it won or how it lost. Reviewing trades on those particular strategies. So in Q1, everything's there. Then there's a Q2 as you get more progressive. These are the ones that are a little bit more difficult to actually use. And then there's the Q3 ones. Again, it needs a little bit. This is the hitting the wall trade that we talked about. So that was this is the one today that was traded. Hitting the wall tells you what hitting the wall actually means, shows you the actual setup, gives you a video as well on what to look at, how to increase the probability of the trade, and what happens when if reduction of probability actually happens, and you make your own choice on whether you want to trade that or not. And then the Q4 is the one that when become very capable and competent, fractal trading. Now, fractal trading isn't all that it seems. You can fractal 1 minute, you can do 5 minute, you can do 10 minute, you can do 6 minute, 15 minute, you can do 1 hour, you can do 4 hour, depending whether it's the morning on a indice on a breakout, or whether it's a gap trade, or whether it's an FX. Fractals are a core competency. But to really make a lot of money out of fractals, you really need to understand what time frame to use them on, what asset to use them on, and how to exploit them. And then there's a combo rinse and repeat, using 15-minute bar plus a fractal to absolutely muller the market. So just for the guys, they're all the Q1, 2, 3, 4, they're all being put together now. And this is just a few training sessions, all recorded trading, just to go over and over and over again. You can do that. Then there's a crypto room, then there's a human room with, this is all the rubbish that I wrote and what it should do, the asset functionality. And that's quite interesting, that, Bridget, when Benji said to me, would I send him my white paper on the human? And he's already got access to this, so he should just pull it up. Really?
I think, do you know what I think happens to him though? I think he's got so much going on in his head with all the other stuff he's doing. He can't remember anything.
I know. It's a shame, poor lad.
I think his biggest issue, which is why he's talking to people now, is having some grey hair surrounding him, if you know what I mean. He's got no senior people yet who are keeping him in a little pen and advising him what to do, and that's I think that's what I think he's missing at the moment. But he clearly has recognised that, and he needs to capture that.
Yeah, I don't mind helping out, but I'm not going to work for a living anymore. I'm not going to. I don't mind helping out. I don't mind helping out on the system architecture and even on integration and pen testing and all that type of stuff. I'm quite happy to do that to help the project, but I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty. I've wrote the white paper on structure and what I think should happen, and all the the handshake, the gates where things should be passed and through, and how to get in and out of fiat, all that type of stuff. But I don't want to get into the nitty gritty. But
no, he just needs to get a proper team.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Waffling things. We can see I can see the market now. It's just moving into a potential consolidation phase. Let's have a look. Yeah, on that you can see it just flapping around, going sideways. And Friday, the afternoon, will pay dividends. I think the footsie needs to be left alone unless we break down through here under the long bias, and then it's just a matter of doing some fracking, really.
Steve,
I thought we were going to get an exciting DAX breakup, but it's on a pullback, and we'll probably do that. We'll probably do this afternoon because I think I've got some a bacon sandwich in my mind waiting for me. Yeah, I think I'd put, get an alert down into here, and just before the 61% retrace level. If the market comes down to the 38 and stalls again, you can see a reversal fractal here, then I'll be quite happy to do 1 minute below that all the way to R3. And if R3 breaks out, then to get ready to put your bots on after 12 o'clock anyway, then it should be okay. You can see here we've not got the setup. There was a setup here for a fractal break, and of course it didn't work. It hasn't worked yet. I should say it would be a better terminology. So it's under there. So, and the next one would probably be up here, but we're trading under the 9 EMA now. So if you are using strict risk management rules and using your 9 EMA as your thing you hold to be true, if you're fractal trading, then as soon as there's the entry, as soon as you go close here under the 9 EMA, then you bug out, and rather than wasting a potential 1%, you're gonna lose 1 or 2 pips, so you're gonna lose probably 0.1%. But if this holds, and that's fine, that's right on the line. I would need more of a confirmation right on the line. I want to break below that. It looks like it is going to break down through that. We'll see. Just for observation, we'll just keep that on for 39 seconds and see what happens there. But yeah, if anyone wants to chat, give me a shout, send me an email, and can have a chat. Yeah, it's struggling, this, isn't it? It's flip-flopping around at the moment. So this is where I'd be in 15 seconds, I'd be out if we were 1 minute trading, but obviously we're not at the moment. It's just demonstrating how to save your skin. It's great to be able to do this. You could lose 4 or 5 times and lose less than 1%, but then the trade that you do wins 1. There you are, that's it. Boom, you would have been out there. So you'd have lost, went at 34.7, it would have been 35 you went in, and you come out at 34, so you lost 1 pip. No harm done at all. You now are waiting for the setup. But if the market breaks R3, then we'd be on a breakaway trade, and then you would be looking for the BRN 16400 as a target. What happened today?
BBO coming before that too, I'd suggest.
Sorry, say again.
The BBO would come in before then, I'd suggest.
Ah, right, yeah, the BBO, forgot. Good call, BBO. So there's a BBO yesterday, broke out, bang, won. BBO. All right, yeah, so the bottom of the BBO is here anyway, isn't it? So yeah, you're right, yeah. BBO sets up in 36 minutes. So yeah, it could be a lovely BBO trade.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my bot on.
Yeah, I'd stick your BBO bot on.
Yeah,
for those who haven't got the bot, a manual trade as well. Manual trade's fine. So yeah, there's no reason why we shouldn't just smack a 1% plus on the BBO. No reason at all. The structure's looking really, really good. The thing is, it's like everything in trading, and it's one of the hardest things to learn, and that's patience. Never chase a trade. Always let the trade come to you, because it will. And yeah, at the moment on 5 minutes, nothing to see. We're structure's good, looking nice. We're trading under 9 EMA, so there's absolutely nothing to do under 5 minutes at all. Nothing at all. Again, if the market does come down, then rather than the BBO 15-minute bar as well would be very powerful today. 15-minute bar followed by 5-min frac, and if you get above R1, then just frac the backside of it on the 1 minute. We'll do that live anyway this afternoon, so that'd be some fun to do, and then we'll we'll. Are you around, Bridget, at 4 o'clock? Are you?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, today I'm here.
So
I'm around all day
all the
today.
hardened criminals on at 4 o'clock, or I should say
Yeah.
524.
Yeah.
To you know, to squeeze some rupees out of the market. That would be nice. Right, there's nothing. Everything's going a wee bit slow, so nothing really to look at. I'll do one last little look at gold, see if it's relaxed back here. I can see it's gone off my screen, so we've been stopped for 1% profit. Market's coming down to where we said it would, potentially. So this is really nice for we could do this for a setup. So there's the levels that we stuck in. That's a 38. This is a 61. Yeah, a nice pullback. So don't forget 2 ring highs on 5 minutes or a 15-minute bar to the top side would be the order of the day. As you know, this is the dead part of trading from 9:30 to 11. Best thing to do is to once you've got your trades on, have a little break, a little relax, and go for a walk, have something to eat. After the initial impulsive move, you always get the relaxation, and this time of day is not particularly brilliant. As soon as it gets up, well, about an hour, 9:30 to 10:30. I think I keep saying that. I want to check that I've written that down as well. Hang on a second. I better have a look because people think, "Oh God, you're talking shit again, Steve." Hang on a second. See if it's there. So this is my guy. This is, as you've probably guessed, there is no polished delivery in this room. We exist to make money. That's it. I'm not interested in delivery, fancy videos and getting lots of subscribers. That's a lot of bollocks. We're here to make money and teach people how to make money. And that's what it's all about. Another one here is for people. Again, the myth, absolute myth that the FX is a 24-hour market. Absolute rubbish. It isn't. It is open 24 hours a day through 6 different exchanges. And if you understand forex trading, when these markets open and close on these switchovers on trading zones, you get spikes in the market, and you can use that to your advantage. So there is a market 24 hours a day through 6 different sessions. So there we are. There's the best time to trade Eurozone, 5 in the morning, 9:30. And then the next session starts 10:30 to 3:30. These are the best times because of volatility. This is courtesy of IG, and this is the registered of the 30 million trades that are done on the major pairs, giving you an idea of the tracking and volatility by the broker. I've done an overlay. This is what I call my window of opportunity of when's the best time to trade. But if you're an Aussie, GMT, 4 o'clock in the morning starts your initial rally. The best time to trade is when it's highest volatility, so you're in the market the smallest amount of time. So what you do is, I start 5:30 in the morning, I do my wiggle on, and we get our trades on, and then get to 9:30 where it's flat, then I usually go for my bacon, butty and sandwich and whatever, and then I'll maybe start coming back to the market round about 11, and the volatility starts coming back up again. And this is for the FX, but because it's the FX and the way volatility goes up and down, you get people then starting to, around about 10:30 and that, start looking back at the markets. And then you'll start seeing the markets round about 10:30, in a minute or two. And it is that accurate. Things start getting a wiggle on again and start moving. But yeah, so that's you don't have to read a book. You can read all the Billy Bollocks by me. This is how it all works, and this is the Dixie. Not many people, I don't know why, but not many people understand the Dixie where it is. It's the US dollar against major assets in the world. And you know, so if you know the thing that made up against the Dixie, 57% of the Dixie force is on the euro. So if the Dixie's going down, euro goes up. Japanese yen, go if the euro is going up. If the dollar Dixie is going down, euro will go up. If the dollar is going down, Japanese yen will go up. For the again, cable will go up. And these haven't got so much of a influence. The interesting influence that is is here, but not on. How can I say this? I won't bother to get it complicated. But Bridget and a few start now trading the Swiss franc as well. So the Swiss franc does have quite an impact on the dollar index, or let's say the dollar index has a big impact on the Swiss franc.
Yeah,
that would be a better way to do it. But if you haven't learned anything today, then if you don't know about the Dixie, people just talk, oh, the dollar basket's doing this, the dollar basket's doing that, but it doesn't really mean a lot unless you know where it's dollar basket's traded against. And if you know the dollar basket's traded against these currencies, and if you know it's going up, you know the euro's going down, and vice versa. So anyway, I'll stop waffling. Right,
Steve, could I ask one question? It'll probably take you 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Can we have a quick look at the USD JPY? And this might be an example of where currently I thought it looked like a good trade, but it's going against me at the moment. I'm just wondering if we could go into that, and I might tell you the reasons that I got into it. Obviously, it's below the 4-hour trend line, the 200 EMA. On the 4-hour and on the 1 hour, but when I go to the 15 minutes, right on the 200 EMA on the 15 minutes, Fractal breaks down. And I took it there because I thought, great, it's breaking the Fractal, but it's also breaking the 15-minute 200 EMA.
There's the reversal. I'll get rid of this crap. So there is the trade. Just quick, yep. I'll just get rid of the fractals a minute, so that they don't need the fractals at all when we're trading, really. So there's the trade. Well, that's 32. Spread is 1 + 1, so it's got to be 34. There's the trade.
Yep, that's the trade that I missed, but I took the next trade down, which was a break of the Fractal.
Oh, the fractal, right? Okay.
Yeah,
I'll put the fractal on.
There was 2 fractals, exactly where you've got it now, but also the one that's just broken below the 200 EMA.
Oh, you took the 15-minute fracker.
15, but it's also the same on the 5.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's also the same on the 5. So if you look at it, that's at around.
Well, we usually trade it on the 6, of course, but yeah, should be the
so
6.
where it's breaking that fractal down below, but then it's reversed straight back up. Down further, Stephen. Down.
Here, yeah.
Yep, just there. So I took that, and now it's going against me. Now I know that's just trading, but was that a good entry to get in? Yes, the first one would have been better that you showed there.
So yeah, the 15-minute bar worked. The 5, then the fractal worked. This one lost.
Yeah,
this one lost. There, so that was your trade there.
Yeah.
To get it accurate, 80, that should be in there. So that was your trade. Just missed off making a full target. And if we look to the left, we'll probably see a reason why. Let's have a look.
Not really. There's
3 pins on here. 1, 2, 3. There's resistance. So it should, no, you're absolutely right. Not really. You're right, because I would have expected that to have won, and it's been stopped out. Now, I can show you the reason why. Probably we'll probably be able to see. Have I got the Dixie double screen up? Where is it? Could have sworn I put a double FX Dixie Indy. Did I do that? Yeah, I did. Yeah. So let's switch into. So you're doing 5 minutes on USD Japan.
It tied in with a 15-minute as well, so it was as far as a fractal breakdown.
Right. So if we usually want this to be at half the speed of this, so kind of into a 3 minute, and we're kind of looking at the strength. You can see the USD Japani. I'm just looking for rationale and reasons. We've got strength on the Dixie, just in a very small time frame, going up, and we've got strength on the dollar going up as well. So you can see here, this is continuing up. We're getting what I would do here, if they don't work all the time, the traders, put this on 5 minutes, on 15, put it on 5, probably put this down on 2, something like that, to give you a heads up of what might be happening with the dollar. So you can see the dollar going up. Just have a quick look on the Richter scale on the Japanese yen. Yen's at $4, yen's on 3.8, dollars on 4. So the dollar's just got the eyes. So what I would expect is, just from a technical point of view, we've got a soft underbelly here from there to there. Wouldn't expect the market to get much past here. So I would take another fractal. That one failed. I probably would have, if I was trading this, I would have took that like you did. I would have added to it, would have done a 15-minute bar 1. I would have done the frac and then 1, and then done that, and then would I have come out? Would I have come out? No, I wouldn't have done, because we have got quite a big distance between the 9 and the 26. So I would have been stopped for a loss. But what I would be interested in doing, is watching the dollar strength, and we need a dollar strength to roll over a wee bit, and that would start giving us confidence that the Japanese yen will take over, which is they're a bit of a battle at the moment. And if you'd want to do those, then we can put in we'll put the forex meter strength on, and we can just have a little look at USD Japani in a different way. Let that log in. So put the Japanese yen on the USD. Currently on an hour, you can see the dollar's got it on the hour, and it started to. Let's just have a look on the longer time frame. Oh yeah, I've got this crossover. The dollar's just getting the legs on the yen, and let's just put this across as well. Dollar on the yen. You can see for the next 15 minutes, the dollar's got it. Next hour, I would leave that alone now. I think I would leave that alone. I would go for maybe a 5-minute frac, but only on a 1-to-1. Let's just have a look at what's happening with the order flows on the 15-minute. Yeah, you can see it's building. The dollar's building and the yen's weakening. So I would leave that alone now, Jeff. That's where everything's everything's telling me.
Agree.
The dog's done its day on that one, and then come back a little bit later. But it doesn't. It looks like for the rest of the day now, dollar might be certainly against the Japanese yen is having a move. Maybe if you're wanting to trade. The CAD Japan is another one which is of interest. The CAD's really strong now. It's something that you could trade. You could go long on that one, that's for sure. But there's an announcement this afternoon on GDP, I think, on CAD. Let's have a quick look. I put something in the room, I think. Let's have a quick look. Where is it? Yeah, unemployment. Oh, why did I put? I don't know why I put 13:39. It should be 30. It should be 1:30. It should be 1:30. So you could trade this, and between now and 1:30, nice flat bottoms going long. One thing I did mention before for the other people that might be in the room still, they haven't all buggered off. These are all the AI algos that find the trades for you, really, so you don't have to. And what we can do is, if we're bored, we can do some trolling and just say, is there any 15-minute shorts? Well, they are. It's found them instantly, all the different shorts in the market. That would have been nice. And you just click these and the market just automatically puts the trades up for you for doing 5-minute trackers. So your job is to fractal trade. There's one there, boom. There's a Euro Swissy get down. So they're all there. If you want to go long, have a look at some longs. Yeah, there's some longs there. Footsie's on a fracking long, potentially. All the momentums are ready to go. So if you're gonna wait, this is where the footsie is giving you the heads up, ready to set along. So it's a waiting game there, but I wouldn't do it because today is a special day. It is the FCA regulatory requirements. Money has gone into the market in a non-fashioned way, unexpected way, because most people haven't got a clue it happens. It's a market function. So the fractals read the breakup, not the AIs read the breakup and said it's long, but when in fact it isn't, it's short. It was long, but it's now short. And then here, just pick off all your trades. A CAD Swissy, CAD Japani, Kiwi, all ready for pullbacks. You can see it's just sat here, ready for the run. It gives you the alert to get ready to rumble, really. And we've got 5 minutes. There was an alert that has been alert for a bit. I want to get above the R3, so you can go into 5 minutes if you want. You can go for a 1 hour dipper. There is nothing in the market and anywhere that's set up for a 1 minute long, 1 hour long. Is there anything for short? Nothing at all. This is we're in this area that's a bit quiet. We can do a swinger. Is there any swing trades setting up at the moment? No. Any short swing trades setting up? No.
Gold's pulled back to the 40, 44, 43 area now.
And is that the fib?
That was the fib, yeah.
Right. We'll have one last go before I disappear. Right. Oh, well, that was the alerts. Sorry. Thanks, Bridget. I've ignored 6 of the alerts. Busy talking. This is if you do come in the room, you'll get used to me waffling. So yeah, it's come back nicely. So that's what we want. Yeah. And then we would move. So it's done what we said it was going to do. Boom, take that off. Now we can go into a 5 minute chart. And now we can, there's some more alerts going off. What alerts are those? When was there alerts? Well, I've got too many, haven't I? You probably won't hear them. It doesn't pick up on the mic, but it drives me bonkers.
We can hear them.
Oh, can you? Right.
Yeah, but not it's not offensive. It's just like a little wave signal, and it's really, really quiet.
All right, there's a footsie. I have an alert there. In fact, I'll just turn those off because I'm going to go for a big and buddy soon. Right, so let's get these off. So what we're looking for in the 5 minute structure, if you want to continue, we've had a breakaway. We've had price acceptance. Price acceptance is identified as a full body and wick outside the breakup, and then a break of that body. What that indicates to you as a trader is that the market's quite accepted that this is not a fake out, it is a breakup, and it just gives you confidence as your trade is moving along that everything's okay. So what we're looking for now is we're looking for to be very aggressive. We're looking for 2 candles here like this, that both of them are breaking the 9 EMA. One starting here, there's a 9 EMA, and that's called a 2-ring high. And what you do with a 2-ring high, this isn't a very aggressive way of getting in, is a break of a 2-ring high, stop is under here, and you're going for a 1-to-1. As a minimum, really, on gold, we always go for usually 1 to 2%, risk 1 for 2. But when it gets to 1%, either take half off or move your stop to entry. So 2-ring high on here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch my swinger on, my gold swinger.
Yeah, I have too.
Where's my gold swinger? Gold swinger, switch that on. Boom, put it back on again. Boom. Start. Don't do what I'm doing. I do light leverage on gold, and they're all, the robots have all started. So I can go for a butty now, and if the market is working, carries on going back to the top, my bot will trade it for me anyway. So two ring highs on here. If you want to trade gold, we're now moving beyond the 1030 area, so we, market relaxing. We'll now find interest in this asset.
I think I'm going to put my footsie fracker on. I'm just calling that out.
It's a good idea, actually, because we've now got a bit of maturity in the market. It's now kind of getting up towards 10:30. But it's past 10:30, so you're fine. The reason for that is if the market's going long and you get a pullback at 10:30, and if it does a break up after 10:30, it will usually continue and test the high again, but it hasn't, so that's fine. So you can do walk in the trade or walk in the dog. Can anyone remember what walk in the dog is on this? This is a very aggressive 15-minute way of getting in.
Yeah, just have your buy above the last 15 minute, which is above the 9 EMA.
Yeah, so walk in the dog is as you get the 15-minute bar there, above the 15-minute bar, you're looking for a reversal, and every time you get a new 15-minute bar, you bring your stop down, and then you bring your stop down again, and then you stop down again, and then you get clicked in. For instance, if you're doing it here, your entry was here, then it was here, then it was here, then it was here, then bang, straight in, and you're on your way. That's if you think the market's aggressive, going to the top side. We call that walk in the dog or walk in the trade. We walk it down on a 15-minute. But if you're running on the NASDAQ or the Dow or the DAX or even the footsie, when it's getting a wiggle on, you can walk the dog on a 5-minute chart. So you can walk the dog coming down here. Always on here, if you're going to walk the dog, we use the ATR on this, which today we have a 5-pip stop. So what you would do is walk the dog coming down like this. So you'd have a trade in here. It's visually, it's a Heikinashi, which is a different, not exactly the same price as a candle. And it tells you Heikinashi high and lows. So you can see the Heikinashi high here is 45.2. The real candle high is 44.6. Slightly different, but we like to see momentum. We don't care about being super accurate with a candle. There's no joy in being technically accurate with a candle when you lose money. We may as well make money. So bring it down on here. Visually, I always get a little bit pedantic, as you know, but personally, what you like, 5 pip stop. Just make sure you can see roughly where the target. That's where the break target might be if we break out of here. But what you could do is if you can do a 1-to-1 within the structure here, that'd be fine. And that's an easy 1-to-1, isn't it? But in fact, I'll do my big. I'm going to go now. I'm going to leave that trade in as a demonstration, and we'll look at that as walking the dog. We'll go just over 1% trade, and what time limit? What time's left on here? 10 minutes. There's 10 minutes live on that with quite a nice stop. Don't expect the market. Right. So one thing as well, just a heads up for people, is if you have a breakout that we have here, you often find that this breakout, once it's broken out, often becomes support. some people buy off that support level. Reverse fractal, they're starting to set up on the market. So reversal fractal is setup pin, actual pin, and then fractal reversal pin, which just happens to be the walking the dog entry as well. So we'll leave all this markings on, and then we can view this afternoon. But if you want to be super aggressive, well, there's a two ring high that you want to get in, 2 ring high, and you can see the indecision waiting for the 2 ring high, or you can walk the dog, or if you want to use a strategy on gold, you know, trading gold, you'll use a 15-minute frac. But flipping heck, where will a 15-minute frac be? It certainly won't be that. The market will reverse at some point, put a pullback, and then continue in the same direction, and then that will be a fractal. So to get in aggressively, 2 ring high, walking the dog, or a fracker. And yeah, so there we go. Right, well, my 1.5 hour session has now gone to 2 and a bit hours, so I think everyone's fallen asleep probably. But
just remember the BBO, everyone, if they're going to do it. BBO coming up shortly.
Yeah,
BBO's in 9 minutes.
Yeah, mine's on.
Just set it up now.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Have I got my BBO switched on? I've got 7 bots running. NASDAQ, BBO, Gold Swinger, BBO, right, I've got the BBO switched on as well. Happy days. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to turn the EOM off, that one off. We don't need that one now. Switch off. Fractal long, we'll better turn that one off. Ah, right, yeah, good call, Bridget. I'm going to put the fracker short on the footsie. Where's the footsie? Where's my footsie list of trades? Where are they? Where's the foot? Oh, there it is. Footsie, fracker. There we are. We'll have that one on.
The put is good at the moment. It's still, I mean, hopefully it's going to be marvelous, but it's good.
Oh, God. Actually, have you done them?
Yeah. Now get worried.
You're not no, Bridget. Every time Bridget puts a bloody puts on, they don't work. Apart from
you should have told us, Bridget.
Hey, look, the fortune changed yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah, smashed it out of the park yesterday. She did the calls on, and we won a shed load of groupies on that.
Exactly. So I think the tables have turned. I think the tables have turned.
Yeah. So Bridget's got them. So it doesn't mean to say you shouldn't do them. Just because Bridget's got them.
Be cautious.
It's Rimalpa clause, buyer beware. So we've got the bottom. We know where the bottom is of that's probably it's looking to, and this is probably the trade. More than likely, it's going to be the trade. And so what's that? That's and that needs an R3 breakout, but I wouldn't get too excited about that, to be honest. I wouldn't be getting too excited, but that's probably, it hasn't happened yet, but probably is going to be the 6 minutes. It's going to take 6 minutes to do, but I would say that's an easy 1% as well. But I'm going to let the bot do that. Right, okay. So I can feel I'm losing my bloody voice now. So that 1.5 hour session today was nearly 3 hours. But yeah, I can feel me rumbling now. My stomach, that bacon buddy.
Yeah, me too.
Not going to make itself. Very quickly, a last chance look. So you're 0.5%. So here's a strategy what you could do. Once that gets back, oh God, sorry. For everyone else who's not used to me, I have an alarm for every single system trade. So my alert goes on 5 minutes before the trade's going to happen, so I can run back into the office and decide whether I'm going to take it or not. I have an alarm clock for every single trade throughout the day, and just to let me know if I want to take them or not. So to get back to the point, if you want to wait for this to come down to 12 or 13, you could take half off and insure it on the basis that you got some puts to mash the market, and then you could do 5-minute frackers. So to take half off, just to remind people, you right click and you look for the partial close, and then you're going to take from your 1%, you're going to take your 0.5% off, and you're going to take your 0.5% off when that goes down to 12 or 13. But let's just be a bit pedantic about that. 12.1, that'll do. That's 0.5%. So what we've done now, we took 0.5% profit. So we're 1.5% up on this now. Our puts are making a lot of rupees now. Very nice.
Can I just, in the order of correctness, can I just say to you, just check your pivot numbers when you get off.
Just check my pivot numbers.
Yeah, I think your C-bowl number's wrong.
Let's have a look. There's my numbers.
I've put in and checked with the other guys, and their numbers are the same as mine. They're only out by about 5 pips, but it may matter.
Let's have a check with the code. Have I typed mine in wrong?
Well, I type mine in right sometimes, and it still doesn't work. So it's worth having a look.
Right. So 79. Yeah. It's a good job. Someone's keeping an eye on me.
Well, I saw it earlier this morning, but I kept rechecking mine because I thought normally you're so right that I thought it was mine, but it turned out not to be today.
Yeah, it's my flat fingers, isn't it?
Well, that's the trouble.
I just
actually, I tell you what happens with mine. Sometimes, and this is not why it's wrong, but sometimes as I move my mouse away, because we've got magic mice, it'll if you rub it against the arrow, you'll come out and not know it's changed.
Yeah, I've got one of those daft magic mice. It's too flipping magic. It's more
it is
than I am.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Thanks, Bridget. Great. So we're 1.5% up as well now. So footsie Mark 2, we're 1 Mark 2 plus. So what we've done here is insure this trade, or what you can do if you wanted to, you could then bring the stop to entry, and then your worst case scenario is if we get stopped, you make 0.5%. So you could do that if you want. It shouldn't happen now. We shouldn't see that again now on the footsie. And then you can just do a bit of fracking. Just because the footsie is going down doesn't mean to say the DAX will not go up, by the way. The markets are not correlated. So it doesn't matter. What you will see, a correlation here, you'll see a hard correlation with the NASDAQ. I won't do it because I'll end up talking again. But whatever's happening on here in the morning will happen on the NASDAQ. And again, what you want to do actually, have a little look, a cheeky look on the US 500. We'll do this afternoon anyway. I mentioned this on the early breakout, the early bird, not early bird trade, but the opportunity to trade the futures market this morning on the breakout. There's a futures breakout. I didn't do it, a bot did. And there's a futures breakout, and it's done it, and now it's coming down again, down toward the close. Would you
put the bot on now, Stephen?
The
Indy?
The Indy, it's already on.
Right.
It's already on and it's already traded. I don't want to just keep showing you all these bots winning all the time, because it's just like rubbing people's noses, and not everyone has the bot, you see. But yeah, Indy's on. Would I put it on now? Well, yeah, because the market's coming back, and it looks like we're going to close the gap quite easily. And all the Mickey Long trades, all the S&P traders will be going to trade this one long today. But hey, don't take my word for it. It's just my view. So you could, when I'm going from big bun now, then you can see all these 1 minute frackers. But do you need to do one? Do you need to do it? Do you really need to do it? Not really. But if you want to give it a smash, then you can. Probably 5 minutes would probably give you a bit more reason. You've got a 5-minute breakaway on the frac there. I think if you get below this structure here, so we've got structure here, as you can see, it's plain as day, really. Here, get a candle break below here, and especially that fractal reverse. All bets are off. This market's going to the floor. Right, I am going to go for a bacon buddy. So thanks, guys, and I will see you at 2:15.
Thanks,
and I will eventually get me bacon buddy, and and we've got the bots to frack it while I'm away anyway. So if you've got your fracker bots, stick your bots on. Let the bots take the strain.
The BBO bot is sitting, waiting now to go.
Oh, is it? It's sat there poised, is it?
It is.
Ready to run. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's sat waiting, the BBO. So happy days. We should bank another bunch of rupees, but you never know. All that, you know, you're not made anything till the fat lady sings or get shot on the stage. Right. Okay, I'll be off, guys, and I'll see you. I'll be back on at 2:15, and let's see what damage we can do in the American session. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.